it all on the pod. That's one of my favorite colors.
Me?
Yeah, that kind.
I like colors. I'm a color guy. Yeah. That's a great hat. I like that band. It reminds me of Pizza Hut.
I was in super kick for one day. I got super kicked out. I got super kicked out so fast.
Why'd you get kicked out?
Those boys, mate.
What?
This town ain't big enough for the four of us.
Can before we completely
Are
get
we doing
lost?
it?
Yeah, it started already. Yeah. Can you tell everyone who you are? Like, wave.
Hey. How's it going? My name's Ben from ZZ Records. Oh, I'm so hungry. I really wanted to eat food, but last time I ate food on a podcast, the episode never came out.
So for those listening, Trash showed up with two 24-ounce monsters, so it's 48 ounces of monsters, and 120 ounces of water. 128 ounces of water, which is water.
Yeah,
that's a
healthy.
gallon. So
how many times can I piss during this?
Is
there a piss limit?
I mean, you can pee.
I just fell in love with the bathroom upstairs. It's so nice.
It's a nice bathroom, right? Trevor and I keep it clean.
Good.
We keep things clean.
What's that brand of soap? I have
Myers.
Love it.
Myers, we have one for the bathroom sink, upstairs, downstairs, and then the kitchen.
Different scents?
I don't know because I just buy one of the refill jars and I just refill all three of them.
You got to get adventurous.
I mean, I do different scents with the refill jar. Like every time I have to refill that big one.
Yeah.
But they're all three of them the same.
You do refills, you do different scents. You don't do headphones for the podcast.
I normally do headphones.
Where's our, I don't know how I sound right now.
You sound exactly.
I'm going to move further away.
Don't.
So that it's all your fault later.
I normally do headphones for the podcast, but since I got down here, I have them all ready. I just haven't set it up.
This is better.
This is better.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like a hang.
The headphones are nice, but it's so quiet in here. It's just you and me. You don't hear anything.
I like
it. Just us.
I like this. What I don't like is that I got here, tried to hang out with you, have a couple words. You said, wait for the podcast.
Because as soon as we start talking, then it takes away from what we could just talk about on the podcast. Then I start to get to know and find out things because all of my interactions with you have been like working together, collaborating related.
All of our interactions you wish you could have made money on. You wish you could have gotten views on. Then you finally capitalize on this one.
Bagels. Bands, banter,
Aww.
cocaine.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. That was
bowling.
wild.
That's a B.
No. I meant at the show, that bookstore show.
Oh, that was bad.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. That's what I was talking about too.
No,
you know what? I'm friends with him now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So why'd you get kicked out of Super Kick?
Oh my God, dude.
How is someone in a band for one? Wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
For those listening. This is Trash from
Trash.
Totally Cashed, Totally Bagel.
Formerly of Super Kick.
Totally Bagel. Any other Totallys? Anything else you're part of?
Totally Stupid.
What's that? Is that video series?
My
What's the video series?
Life.
You do. That video stuff is hilarious.
That's just us making videos.
I like it.
Totally videos.
So, Totally Cashed is your band. Great band. You guys were just here 2 days ago. Fun times. Totally Bagels is your bagels, and they're amazing. You sold them at DZ
Very
Fest
legitimate bagel company
for 2 years.
Yeah.
Which are right here. Great addition. That changed.
Great addition. Great. We didn't make it to the poster.
What do you mean? You're on the.
That's my band.
What band?
Where's Totally Bagels?
That's not a band. That's your food.
That was the headlining act.
Those bagels
we were the last
great.
band that played.
You know how many times I went up to ask for a bagel or some kind, and you guys were out, and you had to give me something else.
Yeah, but I gave you so many bagels.
You gave me I think I
come to your podcast, drive all the way to Pilsen, and you attack me.
I think I got 3 a day. Yeah,
I don't know if it was 3
because I always got one for myself each day, and then I got one for Trevor, and then Yasmin didn't eat them, so I don't think I think I only got two per day, maybe 3
for you.
Maybe 3. I wouldn't have gotten them for anybody else.
I wish I would have known. I would have come and shoved them down your throat.
I wouldn't have gotten them for anybody else. I only get them for the sound team. Maybe Danny. Maybe I got them for Andrew. Maybe the guy who's in charge of the filming on stage. Something like that. Maybe one other person. But
Danny requires a lot of bagels.
I kind of only take care of the sound team that's with me because
that's good when no one else is worth it.
Well, we're just that's an intense situation.
Yeah.
That's an intent, no pun intended. We are an intense situation. And I just feed them all day, drinks, water, whatever they need, because they're they don't leave their station. They're just mixing
I noticed that.
20 bands. It's like per day. It's crazy.
They have to deal with people like me who are like, I'm going to throw a loophole in this. I'm using both stages.
Or can we talk about how you tackled my friend's drum kit? That wasn't even my drum kit. It was my friend who owns Strange Brew, the coffee company.
Oh, good egg.
Coffee.
He's my friend too, Matt.
Matt Mullen.
I'm sorry about your drum set. Text me back. What are we talking about?
He tackled his drum kit.
Is that why I won't text me back?
Could be. I don't know.
I swear to God. Things just happen sometimes. That wasn't planned.
When did you start to realize that you were you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like tackling drum kits, breaking stuff, breaking your Duosonic, almost breaking my Fender Jazzmaster.
The Duosonic was a bummer.
Like, when did you start breaking things? And I know it didn't start with instruments.
No, I don't think it did. I think we started as a 2-piece.
I'm talking about you as like a kid. Like, when did you personally start being you?
I guess when I was maybe born. I don't have any memory of the first like 14 years of my life.
Why?
We can't get into that on a podcast.
Sure we can. That's what this do you know the name of this podcast?
Bending Brains.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Yeah.
It's a good start for me.
I'm going to bend your brain,
Yeah.
So, are you from Chicago?
Suburbs.
What suburb?
Libertyville.
So northwest
Oh,
side.
I got to start lying. I like you so much. Usually on a podcast, I only lie. The last podcast we did, we lied so much, they're not even putting it out.
Why'd you lie so much?
That's kind of our thing.
It is your thing.
It's not lying. It's more like jokes, right? It's like a joke.
But when is it? When do you?
And none of them are lies.
When do you bridge the joke and it's like concrete reality, like empirical information?
You're using words I don't understand.
That's not a lie.
That's not a lie right there at all.
All right, facts, like factual information. When do you start going to that, and why? Like, why steer away from it? Why the bit?
Well, there's no bit.
It's definitely a bit if you're always like fabricating stuff or not telling the truth. It's a bit.
First of all, I would never lie to you or anyone else.
Oh my God.
We got in trouble for liking Garth Brooks is what happened with
Why would you get in trouble for liking Garth Brooks?
I don't know. He's one of the best country artists of all time. Or maybe artists of all time, and maybe also people of all time.
Why would you get in trouble for that? Who got you in trouble?
I can't say. We were doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And we were covering this record by Garth Brooks called Fresh Horses, which is fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to do research on the record. Like, they have to, like, because they think that you're coming in and talk about a record that you know and love, which we did. Mm-hmm. I listened to that record 5 times a day. Every day. And I went on the pod and we talked about it. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, it came out that maybe we've never heard the record ever. And I don't know. I think we also talked a lot about fucking horses and getting fucked by horses. But I can't tell which is the thing that stopped the podcast.
When was this podcast interview?
A week ago.
A week ago.
I almost made you sign a disclaimer that, like, no matter what we do on here, this thing comes out.
Oh, I've never not released. I don't edit.
They have also never not released it. So
I don't edit, and I always release.
No edits.
No edits. So if you have to go to the bathroom, I'm just gonna sit here and talk.
I like that.
I do no edits. I don't hide anything.
I was thinking I might do 2 things. I might take a nap because I'm very tired. I got 2 hours of sleep.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll do the nap thing.
I was thinking, like, how many times could I piss on the pod?
You can piss as many times as you have to.
You think they'll judge me? You think people watching will judge me?
No, I'll just talk about you. I'll tell stories about you.
That's fun.
That I've experienced already. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in like 10 years from now.
Oh my God.
I've only ever bleeped out when people ask to take out a name, because if you say someone's like a full name.
That's why I'm doing pretty good so far.
I'd say, I will give you one warning. Stick with just first names.
First names.
Unless it's someone who won't care, like a close friend that it doesn't matter.
Like Toby Keith.
Sure.
He's pretty close.
But if you don't want anybody to find out who you're talking about, if you're trying to tell a story that's intense and you want to keep it a secret, just use a first name or use a fake name. Use what's it called, an alias.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can try
That's as simple as it gets.
You're so hard to lie to.
Why?
I don't know. You're such a good egg. You're such a good egg.
Why lie? Just be yourself. Which is lying, I guess. Okay, that's a bad thing to say.
No. I won't lie like friends or if I know you or anything else. But on like an interview or a podcast, what are we talking about here?
We're talking about life.
Just fluffing it up a little bit.
We're talking about life. When did you
start? Maybe I've been fucked by a horse. Maybe I haven't.
When did you start making food, like bagels and getting into that?
I would say.
Did it start with bagels?
No, it started with just making it, like getting real stoned in my kitchen, my family's house, and I would make like some fire sandwich. And my mom would be like, "You need to go to school for this," but she didn't know that I was getting stoned.
So you're into culinary arts. You've been.
I like it. Like I don't know anything about it. I will say this: if you ate our bagels, I've taken so many serve safes, and we are a legitimate LLC, and we know what we're doing, and we don't make our shit in my kitchen.
Yeah.
And
Where do you
very
make
sanitary.
everything? Where do you make everything?
In my kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't have any of those things at all. I've never taken a serve safe. I don't know how to handle food necessarily, but I can make a goddamn mean bagel.
Hey,
and a good sandwich.
I don't mind any of that. Your bagels were great.
Thank you.
That stuff doesn't scare me. I mean, it looked gorgeous. It would have to be horrific looking, I think.
That's what I'm
to be
saying.
like, that's kind of sketchy.
And I'm nice too. Like with people that are eating our food, I slice my finger at DZ Fest day 2, and I put a Band-Aid on. Well, duct tape, but I'm looking out.
You guys sold a lot of bagels? I don't know.
We sold a lot of bagels.
Good.
Yeah,
So
those
it
were
was
good. I mean, it was also hardcore because like we spent like 3 days making bagels back to back to back. Like we got maybe 2 hours of sleep a night, maybe less. And we listened to a lot of Limp Bizkit on repeat.
But aren't those the best days ever?
Those are the best days ever been.
Like,
but
that's
then
what
you
I
made
meant.
me have another best day ever Saturday night. You come up to me and you go, "You better have 60 more bagels tomorrow."
60?
You said you better make more bagels.
I didn't think I gave you a number. I said we need more bagels for tomorrow.
That number to me was like 60 to 80, so I did that.
Is that many you sold?
Oh no, we sold a lot more than that. But yeah,
Well, that's good.
We had some leftover bagels. And
That's okay though. I'm sure it worked itself
I mean,
out.
I don't mind. That's kind of the thing. We have to do it.
How long do they last if you like have them sealed up?
A totally bagel will last like 5 days, and your average bagel will last maybe 1 or 2 days. I mean,
What's the difference? How does yours last 4 times longer? 3
You
times
think I'm going
longer?
to say that on the pod? Then everyone's making totally bagels.
Okay.
I've got secrets.
You got a serum in there.
I've got secrets.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Like,
So-
there's a reason it's the best bagel ever. I'm not trashing anybody here. I'll never do that. Split rail is probably one of the best bagels in Chicago commercially, and that bagel lasts about 2 hours
What do you
before
mean
it
2
hardens up.
hours?
Before it gets hard and stale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think of the New York bagel, the famous New York bagel?
I've heard about it. Never had one.
Never had one. I've had it a handful of times.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to New York City, like 4 times I've had it.
So, okay, tell me what you think about New York bagel.
It's good.
Okay, tell me what you think about totally cash bagel.
It's better.
That's what I'm talking about, mate.
But I think it's better because it's got like a meat patty with cheese and bacon and
Sammys.
eggs. Like the Sammy. I've never had it just by itself.
Okay, well, that's
so
a crime.
So I guess I can't say. I've never had it like, I need an everything bagel with some cream cheese.
See, that's a crime too. I think if you're eating our bagel, like just have the bagel first. You can take, half of that.
I'll have to try it.
And then I'll bring you another one toasted with cream cheese.
I'm going to take you up on this. I'm going to have to find you soon and have
Yeah.
a fresh bagel, like a fresh out
I
of
know
the
where you
oven.
live. And also, I'm moving in. I brought a suitcase full of my clothes, and I packed a bunch of boxes at my house, and I'm actually getting kicked out of my house. So this is perfect timing.
Are you really?
I'm taking Danny's bed. I'm bringing 2 dogs.
You're not getting
We're going to have a
kicked
lot
out.
of fun.
You're not getting kicked out.
My landlord's dying.
That doesn't mean
So
you're
I guess
getting
it's not a kick out.
Yeah, someone else will take over.
I was a good tenant.
You live on the north side?
Like in the suburbs.
Oh, you still live up there?
Yeah.
You still live way up in Libertyville?
I live I live close to Libertyville, but I live like right between Milwaukee and Milwaukee and Chicago. So it's like I can
Oh,
go
like
over there.
the
I
city
can
of
come over here.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So you live
Like,
way up
I live
there?
like right in between
And you
the
like
2
Kenosha?
cities. No, I live in between the 2 cities.
Okay.
I live right off 94, like
Just
right
north
in
of,
between.
just north of like Lake Forest.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes either way to the East City.
All right, that's a hop, skip, and a loop.
I know.
And you do a lot of shows in Chicago.
Oh my God.
Why don't you come down yonder?
Because I got the pups. They need a backyard.
You're 31, right?
Yeah.
How old are your dogs?
3.
Why'd you get a
They're a
dog at
week apart.
28? Why would you do this to yourself? Why'd you do it to them? Why would you do it to anybody around you?
So I had like a really good friend that died, and then COVID hit, and my birthday was like the first day of lockdown, and I was just like losing it. And my ex, like at the time girlfriend, was like, "I'm getting a dog today," and I was like, "Shit, it's my birthday. I should get a dog. I should get the fucking dog." And I went, and she found this dog that she wanted, which it was a good dog. It's a good dog. It's my dog
Hey,
now.
Most dogs are good dogs.
Yeah, most dogs are good dogs, but you can tell when it's a puppy if it's going to be a good egg or what kind of dog it's going to be. And I walked up to this one dog, and I was like, "That's Steven Tyler."
That's what you called it? That's the
Just
name?
immediately, I knew that's Steven Tyler.
So your dog's name is Steven Tyler.
Yeah, he's way better than the other one. He hasn't done anything bad.
And do you call him Steven or Steven Tyler?
Steven Tyler, Steven, Byler, Styler, Styles, Harry Styles. He's a legend.
Harry Styles is a funny name for a dog.
Yeah.
Because they're hairy.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. That is bad.
And stylish.
But good. Yeah, so I have a qualm with wild musicians and artists and vagabonds and hippies and out there people and travelers and nomads
That have the pups.
that get dogs and then they want to live that life. It's like
Yeah.
I love dogs.
I'm like,
But I'm not getting one until I'm done with the nonsense.
Yeah, I hear that.
I got a family. I'm like locked in.
there's people to watch the dogs.
Dude, a
and
dog
stuff.
is a 3-year-old that's an idiot. Like forever. You're just dealing with a
I
child
know.
that's incapable forever.
I think like one of the hardest things about being my friend is like I prioritize. I'm a dog dad first and foremost.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had like girlfriends and friends be mad at me for that because every 4 hours I go home and let them out.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
And if
You
we're playing
can't
a
do
show,
it.
like I'll like bring them. Like my family lives like down the street and they have dogs. They're like best friends, so I'll drop them off.
That works. That
Yeah.
works.
The
But
dogs
say
are,
you
like,
wanted
well
to
taken
travel,
care of.
maybe you want to go somewhere for like a week or do a tour with the band. That's
I'll probably
tricky.
bring the dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
They're gonna just sit in the car while you're playing shows. And
No,
stuff?
everything's always figured out. We have so many friends around this part of the world or whatever. But
Oh my
yeah, we've been around to skate park shows. There's like these outdoor skate park shows in Chicago. I bring the pups there. They're legends in the scene.
I believe you. I mean, I love dogs
Yeah.
as much as the next person. I've had dogs my whole life. I don't miss cleaning up after a dog, but I miss having one.
My
Bo,
dogs
you probably
have
met
been in
Bo
mosh
at
pits.
DZ Fest. You met Bo?
Yeah, I love Bo.
Bo's great.
Bo's the best. Bree,
Bree's great too.
you know,
kind
good
of
pups.
opposite.
Yeah, opposites attract. Yeah, I like them both.
And your band, Totally Cashed. When
Totally
did,
Bagels is the official band name.
No, it's not.
Totally Cash is the bagel sector.
Stop. When did Totally Cash start? The band.
Yesterday.
I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Look, I'm back on my roll.
3.5 years ago.
Yeah,
When did you guys start?
so long ago.
Really?
Probably 2012.
Oh, that long? Really? 11 years
But
ago?
like, I mean, no one really knew. You know, it's like us in a basement,
Well, yeah, but
me
that's,
and a drummer, just a
Same
couple of
people?
fleshing
Same
stuff
guys?
out. No, I wouldn't say so. There's a line in Sport Drink that says the drummer left and never said goodbye. That's a real thing. One day, I mean, it's a 2-man, 3-man band, and one day he just never hit us up again.
Yeah.
That
Bands
was
are
it.
hard, man.
Yeah, bands are rough.
They are, I always say they're a polyamorous relationship with no sex.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's hard.
It's such a relationship. It's ridiculous.
It's such a relationship. I've been in so many bands.
Have you like been in bands where it's just like everyone is feelings?
Yeah.
They're always upset.
Yeah, I've been in bands since on and off since I was 16, half my life.
Yeah.
I'm 33, so about 17 years I've been on and off bands. Even right now, like in a hiatus with multiple bands. Just like when we work, we work. We don't, like we have practice planned for 3
No,
weeks
they're
from
working
now.
without. They don't want you.
Well, we practice here, so I don't
They
know
say,
how
oh,
they
he
do
does
that.
podcasts now.
I've been doing podcasts for 11 years.
He's doing podcasts now. We don't want him anymore.
Everyone
He's a
knows.
podcast guy.
The band thing it's super challenging.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. Like when it works, and even a band practice. Some of my favorite things have just been a band practice.
Oh my
Forget,
God.
you know what I'm saying? When the things lock up, like you sang right, the guitar was right, the drums are right.
Yeah.
A song finally that you guys have been like finicky with and messing with finally comes and glues.
You know.
And it's that first practice where it's like, oh, this is how it will sound live. Like we could play this live.
It's even better when you do it at practice, it sounds fire, and then you go to play it live and you fuck it up so hard.
That happens a lot too. I think that
That's
happens.
because drummers get hammered drunk.
Well, that's the key to a successful practice, and a successful band is not having substances.
Is
It's
it?
just- yeah, I usually. So I didn't drink when I first started playing at all,
Me neither.
and then I don't smoke if I play weed. I just can't. I get two in my head. But now I'm because I've been playing for so long, and my confidence is very at a higher level where
Yeah.
I don't even get nervous when I play at all, which is great. It's comfortable, so I can handle like a beer and not feel awkward. You could do that.
Yes.
I could handle.
We're bending brains. We're breaking boundaries.
Do you? How about you? Do you consume some things when you play?
It just depends. Like our practices now are like usually nothing. And I would prefer to show for like everyone at like maybe 2 beers tops, you know? But I mean, we're playing country music now.
It's not country music.
What are you talking about? You're going to invite me to your house, let me piss in your bathroom, and then tell me I'm not playing country music? Look at me right now.
It has it has has elements.
I'm wearing a super kick cowboy hat.
And that is a baseball cap. That's not
This is not a baseball cap.
That's a baseball cap.
I will let the viewers decide.
It's
Write in the comments if you think this is a cowboy hat or a fucking, what'd you call it? A baseball cap? This is not a cap. Oh, I'm not that old.
That's a baseball cap.
This is not I wouldn't wear a cap.
That's a cap.
No cap.
It's a baseball cap.
I wouldn't wear a cap.
I don't even know where it was. I lost my train of thought.
That's
yeah,
fine.
country music.
I just lost half this monster. I don't know where it went.
You drank? Oh my God, dude.
You want me to take a nap or do you want me to piss?
What is so 0
I'm gonna
sugar?
do either one.
What's in here?
I don't really know. I've never known.
Is this Braille? Is this the ingredients for people who are
We'd
blind?
have to ask someone.
Who are blind?
They could tell us what's in it then.
Wow.
I don't know. Every show I bring one of these and a white Gatorade.
You really drink this stuff? That's crazy.
I got 2 hours of sleep last night. What do you want me to do?
I don't know.
I was up mixing a country record
Were you really?
until 5 a.m.
Is it self-recorded, self-produced type of thing?
No, we're at our friend's house in Wrigleyville.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we do like all the punk records at Jam Deck. You know Jam Deck?
Oh yeah, I know Doug.
Doug
well.
Malone?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's great.
And we decided like, oh, this country shit needs to sound like start out in a garage, you know?
Yeah.
Because it started out in a basement, so we're going for garage.
I like
We're
it.
recording it in the house.
It was like like the foundation of what I heard was like obviously the very foundation of it was like rock.
What?
Let me finish.
Okay.
It's multi-dimensional, man. We're going deep. It's rock with elements of punk, elements of
Blah,
country,
blah, blah.
folk,
Blah, blah, blah.
and a
What'd
little
you say before, folk?
country folk.
Why'd you put them together like that? I was going to blah folk.
Because it's not quite folk, but it's a little bit of a lot of stuff. It wasn't full-blown country. It wasn't full-grown punk or rock or pop punk or anything like that.
That's crazy. What would you call Sturgill Simpson?
I don't know. He has got a little bit of, like, I'd say alternative country rock.
What would you call Waylon Jennings?
Ooh. Well, that's a while back. He was more of that original genres, like foundation.
That's what we're doing.
No, you're not. He did
We're
not,
doing
he
that
did not
in
have these
2023.
guitars with these amps.
I used your guitar, asshole.
He didn't have them. He didn't have the style of instruments. He didn't have
He had an electric
He didn't have fuzz
Telecaster.
pedals. He didn't have fuzz pedals.
But what would Waylon Jennings do if he was alive right now and he was a beautiful young cowboy?
That's more like blues, rock, country rock blues. Waylon Jennings. You don't have much blues in your music.
It's not blues.
you
It's
have to-
outlaw country music.
It's got some outlaw. Outlaw's a better way to put it. Yeah.
I smell so bad I ran out of deodorant.
Is that a song?
It's about to be, mate. I felt so bad coming into your house smelling like this today.
Where does the lane change in your brain? How do you, like most people?
Because I smelled myself right now.
These are follow my parallel hands. This is
It's
the
so
way.
hard for me to concentrate.
This is the way like consciousness works with
Okay.
the average person.
Okay,
right?
I'm working
They
on
go
it.
like this, and a thing happens, and they like do this, and they like weave, and you're just like go into different sectors.
I'm
You're
an
like
outlaw
Hitchhiker's
country
Guide to the
musician.
Galaxy over here. Just go into a different.
I can't watch that movie. It makes you take a nap.
Do you take naps?
I took one yesterday.
Yeah. When do you take them? Like how? Why? When and where and why and how and who and.
I guess like because some days are just rough. Like we came here Monday, and we did the session,
Yeah.
and then we left, and we drank a bunch of mezcal.
Where?
I don't know. Our guitar player brought us some yuppie, like taco joint. It's like we're in Pilsen. Why aren't we going to like a actual?
Did you go to
fire plate?
Pilsen Yards?
They had purple tacos,
Did you go to Pilsen Yards?
senoritas or something. You know? Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, so he brought you to like a bougie spot
Yes.
instead of like a hole in the wall spot?
We don't trust that one. We can't wait to get him out of the band. Just kidding.
You got to go to hole in walls if you're going to Pilsen.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You can't trust this
No
guy. He
one-
looks like California.
No one should speak English. The menu should be barely any English on it.
Yeah.
And
They should force you to get lengua.
or goat. When they have goat, that's how you know.
Goat, like,
There's
birria.
yeah. There's a couple spots, and I'm like, oh, goat. What?
Yeah. I
How
get
have
it now.
Missed out on this my whole life.
Yeah. I get it all the time because my friends said it gives you the soul of a goat because goats are like crazy.
They're smart.
Exactly.
They're really smart. I've hung out with some goats.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
I think you can acquire that if you eat one, like a horse.
What's your background? Your DNA lineage? What's your ethnicity?
I never done a 23andMe because I'm scared the government's going to make another copy of me because I'm fucking perfect.
No one can make a copy of you. That'd be impossible.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Do you have a guess? Could you guess, like based on your family, your parents?
I've heard that I'm a little bit outlaw and I'm a little bit country. And I'm also part horse, which is why I've been very attracted to them as of lately.
So
I'm just trying to find a nice one to settle down
the
with.
mullet.
Yeah.
How long have you had the mullet?
3-4 years.
Okay. Like right when it started to come back a little bit.
Right when my fucking hairline started running away from me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these bangs do magic, man.
That happens to most
Show
men.
it on camera.
Most
Yeah.
men. Yeah.
Way she goes.
It's whatever.
But it was really a blessing in disguise for me.
Why?
Because now I have this beautiful head of hair, this mullet, and that.
When do you decide to lie or tell the truth?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you told me you were part outlaw, part cowboy.
Run it back. Someone run this
Hardcore.
podcast back. I've never told you I've lied, ever.
We don't have any behind the scenes people here. It's just me. Just run it by.
There's no videos. I can't call for a video. There's no headphones.
Video right there.
There's that. Yeah, but what if I wanted to watch something?
When it comes out, you have to look at it all.
I swear to God. What happened here? What if I wanted to watch a live birth?
A lot. Well, you can go on your phone and do that.
Am I just going to put it up to the camera so they can watch too?
Eventually, it would be fun to have someone behind the scenes.
Podcasting for 11 years.
Well, yeah, I do everything myself.
No multimedia component. DIY? There's nothing fun about that. There's nothing punk rock about that.
It's just a money problem, you know? It costs money to hire someone to do that.
I don't know if you did your research, but like we play Sleeping Village now. We play like Sub T.
Yeah.
Upstairs once, you know, and Schubas once.
Yeah.
And you just have me on talk DIY.
Yeah.
Like we didn't play in a basement last Friday. Like we're not playing in a basement this Friday and Saturday.
Like you didn't play at a DIY music festival
Shit.
last July 10th and 9th. You weren't there.
Wasn't there. Like I don't run DIY bagels out of my kitchen
Yeah.
illegally and sell them.
I
profit.
I have a hard time like hiring people to do stuff because I just want to learn how to do it myself. I'm very fascinated about how to do
That's
things.
so nice.
So I do everything myself, you know, as much as I can do it. Like even something like DZ Fest, as much as I could, I did myself until the day of, the weekend of. Then I obviously need people, but
Yeah.
leading up, most of it's on me, you know.
That's admirable. That's why I like you. You like learning.
I love learning.
I don't.
I love learning. I learn every day. I try to learn as much as I can every day.
How do you retain it?
You get better at it. It's a muscle.
Really?
Yeah.
So if I started learning now, I'd be good in 10 years?
Yeah, you'll be good. 2 ways, you're doing the right thing by hydrating. A couple
what I'm talking
things
about.
to help are hydration, less substances and drugs. They fog the mind and memory.
I stopped smoking weed.
Weed is great, but that's definitely one that'll make you foggy.
I stopped this year, but I just got stoned in a B-Dub's bathroom and it ruined my life.
I love marijuana, but I need to like be easy with it because I feel personally, I never feel more behind and more not up to my where my brain should be in processing than when I'm stoned, which is great for certain things. Like
Yeah.
if I'm going to the beach with some friends for the day, smoke weed then.
I'm gonna burp again.
Because who cares? You get a burp again? You're just contaminating my mic, huh?
I'm chugging monsters.
He just tested positive for COVID, and he starts burping on my mic.
And I can't wait to go to the shows this weekend and spread it.
How does it feel to just tell lies, huh? How's it feel?
But now we're on the same level.
We should have a
Wait, hold on. The
let's have
best
a con-
lies. I've never told a lie.
Let's have a conversation of just all truth.
Okay.
I got a size 13 shoe.
That's crazy.
Isn't
I
it?
have 3 dads.
I have 3. My friend has 2 dads.
That's fun.
Yeah. Charlie. You remember Charlie? He made the t-shirts at DZ Fest? Yeah. He's got 2 dads.
That's a good dad situation. I have 15 dads.
Do you think that you would be able to pick out your dad from a lineup if you'd never met him? Amongst a bunch of dads that kind of are somewhat similar age and height. And
I feel like I'd
skin
want to
tone?
pick a different dad.
I would not be able to.
Wait, hold on.
I'd be challenging.
The
for
dad
that,
you
though.
picked, is that the dad you get?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Would you like to pick? Do you like your dad?
My dad's great,
My dad's great too.
but if I could pick a different dad,
I don't think I would. My dad's cool.
yeah.
My dad's cool.
My dad's cool as shit. He's one of my best friends. But like, I would like a new one. It's like when when you're dating someone so long and you go,
Oh God,
kind of want a new one.
that's dark.
Sometimes.
That's dark. We don't have to go there because
Or you have a band member so long and you're like, yeah.
Band
Would like a new one.
Band members? What about friends? How do you break up with a friend?
That's just crazy. I don't like doing that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That one, you can kind of just ease out on how often you hang out.
I don't like bad
right?
vibes with people, though.
I know.
I guess you can kind of, back away slowly.
It's actually easier at our age because I have so many legitimate excuses. It's like, I got work. I got things to do. I got a podcast.
I always podcast.
I got obsession.
Yeah.
I got a thing. I'm sorry, I can't, But
you think a lot of your friends resent you for that?
What?
For caring more about a podcast than
It's
how
not that
they feel.
It's not that.
Not checking up on them.
So I hung out with and spent an ungodly amount of time with some of my best friends and closest friends. Like we all lived together for years and years and years.
It's time to get rid of them then.
No, not getting rid of anybody. Not at all.
I wish I had a Reese's. Don't you love Reese's cups, the big ones? It's crazy.
I do. But let me finish this.
Okay, I'm trying.
But it gets oversaturated when you hang out. Like not once, I'm talking every day.
Yeah, that's a little too
and
much.
it's nice. Now when I see friends I haven't seen for 2 weeks, 2 months, a year, it's like amazing. I'm like, I actually want to hang out with you. I actually miss you. I don't have no resentment, no annoyance, nothing. The best part is I can be honest, and neither of them towards me. Like I'm not perfect.
They're not being honest towards you.
No, not them being annoyed with me. Like they probably are like, oh, cool. It's nice to see Ben too. He's not. I don't have to constantly hear bands all the time in the basement when I'm trying to chill.
Yeah.
Like, or I don't know. I'm me, so I could be a bit much too. Like I'm not perfect either. It goes both ways. I'm not saying me towards them, but both ways. The feeling is probably mutual. So it's nice to see people less often and make the times you spend together mean something and matter and have fun,
I don't know. I think you're a bad friend. If I could see all of my friends every day, I would do it.
I did, but imagine doing that. Some of them for I'm talking 10 plus years.
That's called being a person.
It's you need to separate. You need to have your own identities.
I need to burp.
Things. You need what?
I need to burp.
So monsters make you burp quite a bit, eh?
I don't know. It's never really happened before.
I've only had I haven't had a monster in a while, but I had a lot of Red Bulls at DZ Fest because they brought so many. I had 6.
6 in one day?
Maybe. I think.
How many fluid ounces is that, you think?
They were the 12-ounce ones or the 8-ounce ones. They were smaller.
That's a lot.
It was a lot. I didn't feel good. I was pretty, but I was messed up from doing the thing. I was messed up anyway. And those bagels got me.
Yeah.
And
because we have secret ingredients.
Those tacos were good. Did you have any of the Mexican food?
The tacos were fire.
They were good, right?
We always trade food there.
You traded food?
Oh, all the time.
That's
Motor Shucker.
That was fun.
That's a good time.
They couldn't
man.
make it.
Yogi Eats.
Yeah, and the banh mi and the sandwiches and all that.
They're in the even years.
Yeah.
That last one was so fun because all the food vendors were in bands except the taco guys, but we're getting them to start a new band.
That was crazy. The taco thing. I had people lined up, and the day before they came. The day before it was Friday, so the fest is Saturday, Sunday. The day before, we're digging the holes. All my friends were digging the trenches for all the cables. It's raining. We're barely gonna make it. It always rains. We're barely gonna make it in setup time. Very stressful. And I'm over in the yard where all the metal sculptures were by the water fountain on the phone, just Googling and calling food trucks, taco food trucks, for an hour. And it's the day before, so everyone's booked. It's the summertime. They already have all their stuff out. Sorry, our truck's doing this fest, that fair, this thing, that thing. One random people just answer. I'm like, hey, can you do, a fest tomorrow in Hickory Hills can you get here at, 11:30 a.m. and stay till, 10 p.m.? And they're like, yeah. And they showed up. And then the guy who canceled was like, hey, I can go Sunday, the one from Friday who canceled that was originally going to do Saturday. He's like, I can do Sunday. I was like, you know what? I already got some for Saturday. They might as well keep their stuff here and come back Sunday. They came through. You canceled, so.
They were good tacos.
They were great. So that was a really cool connection to make with them. But gotta love a good taco, Mexican truck. They had a lot of options.
I love good food.
Yeah. I like the homemade, effort food. I could feel the love and the blood and the sweat and tears and the grease.
I like Pizza Hut.
I haven't had Pizza Hut in so long.
It's good.
When you live around Chicago pizza, it's hard to go there.
I haven't ate it either, but think about stuffed crust right now and tell me you don't want it.
It reminds me of a Friday night at 7 p.m. watching TGI Friday at 8 years old in the late 90s.
What's TGI Friday?
Boy, well, it depends on
restaurant?
what era.
Oh, it's
It was on ABC. I believe
programming thing?
Yeah, I think it went from 7 to 10, and it was a Friday night thing in the late 90s. They had Boy Meets World, I think Two of a Kind, I believe Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and I think the fourth one was like Two Guys That Grow in a Pizza Place or something else. Something like that.
That made me feel young because I only know 2 of them.
I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't think of it. Boy Meets, I don't know. I used to watch my sister. She's 5 years older, so like she'd have her little friends over, girlfriends over, and I'd get some pizza out with them and watch that stuff.
That sounds fun. I don't have any old siblings.
They were great because I mean you get picked on when you're the youngest, but because they were older, I had exposure to more mature things at a younger age. You know, movies.
South Park.
I didn't have cable, so I didn't watch South Park. I didn't watch any of the Comedy Central stuff or Nickelodeon stuff. Nothing, which was fine because I had standard TV. So like ABC, NBC, CBS, those stuff, WGN, UIC, UPN, Fox, all that. That's all I had. Like, I don't know. Like
You would watch Fox.
7 channels. And they had really fun cartoons on Sundays, Fox.
Is it? I remember that. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
they would do, I think they had Power Rangers.
I was never allowed to watch TV.
You weren't allowed to watch TV? You're lying.
Like, not like
You're
crazy stuff. Like, I couldn't watch SNL ever.
I never watched it.
I couldn't watch. Yeah, but I
didn't
couldn't
watch
watch it until I was like
wrestling
in
or
high
anything.
school.
I didn't watch anything. And by the time I got to high school, I boycotted like Society.
Was it?
Yeah, I personally did. I went off the grid for like, I don't know, 6 years.
Were you so angry?
I was, and I'm not, this is not a gloat or tooting my own horn, but I was pretty aware of the grossness of the advertising industry and big capital companies and what they were doing at a young age. So I was like, I'm done. And I went out back and built the DZ and built all this.
That's awesome.
So it
I thought
worked
they
out.
just started that.
It worked out. I thought they just started doing all that. And like, yeah, I just got tired of it and like sports and all how gross it was. And this is before like how it's so much grosser now. Sports
God.
betting is like disturbing.
So fun.
It's disturbing. It's ruining sports in my
Because
opinion.
baseball all the time, gambling.
Do you watch any sports?
I hate sports.
You hate them.
I mean, I just don't think it's a thing.
You don't. It's definitely a thing.
I don't understand
Multi-billion dollars per thing, actually.
I guess so.
It's huge. I think it's a good, like religion, I think it has some good tenets of like teamwork, working together.
Yeah.
Like a band. You work together to do a common goal, or your team for making the bagels. Like everyone has something that to do. It can be fun with that, but I think it can get a little gross with the, when it gets to a certain level of.
I think it's gross, like the teamwork, the camaraderie. I think it's fun, like steroids, betting,
Now that's
throwing games to win money.
That's fun.
That's fun.
You like the gritty of it?
I think that's way better. Why not get jacked?
It just, well, so, I don't know. I don't know. I guess.
I think there's something beautiful
like all or
about
nothing. They should-
sticking a needle in your friend's butt.
They should either have steroids or none. Like, just do it.
It should be required. You're right.
Just no,
It
like
should
just
be
be open.
No, it should be a requirement.
Open game. If you want to do it, do it. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
You're not allowed to play unless you're
I don't
on
watch that many
steroids.
sports. I don't really watch sports, so I don't. I peep on a basketball game once in a while because I like basketball. I grew up playing it, so that's a fun one.
I started watching basketball. I tried to get into it. Like, that seemed fun. But then you just realize the refs throw everything.
I mean, every sport's refs and umpires and any officials, even
so
in
cool.
like racing, their officials, they still kind of do stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
the thing I watch the most is Formula One, that racing.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's a lot of fun. It just started the new season.
Hey, tell me something.
In general, or
Answer to this question.
sure.
Are pelicans the one with like the big mouth and they put a bunch of fish in there?
I think they had the ability to do that. There might be other birds that can do that, but I
Yeah,
think
like the big.
I think
like-
that's a stork. Is that a stork?
No, they drop babies off. They're not real.
Oh, okay.
To my knowledge, I don't think storks are real.
That's a good band name. Fake stork.
Storks aren't real.
Storks aren't real. Totally stork. You cold?
Totally stork.
You can
Yeah,
call-
because I just drank so much Monster. I think it's doing things to my body.
Oh, I also have the heat off, so it's
Do you
quiet.
have a defibrillator?
I didn't bring one.
What did I tell you before I showed up? I have 3 goals on this podcast:
you-
to piss, to pass out from drinking Monsters,
Yeah.
and require my heart restarted, or just to take a nap because I'm so tired.
Are you still tired after the monsters?
No, I'm jacked now.
Why were you up till 2? Mixing?
Yeah, we're mixing this country song.
Why don't you go to bed and mix the next day or the day after that? Like, why not like break it up so you can get some good sleep?
It's a really good idea.
You have no use if you're not sleeping well.
It was like, because I was taking the nap, and I didn't realize what time it was. And then we started maybe at 7 o'clock. like mixing,
Yeah.
and we just kept going and going and going, and it was like 1 o'clock, and I was like, "Hey, man, you think we should do this tomorrow and come after the podcast?" And he was like, "My engineer had just gotten stoned for the first time of the day, so he was all hyped up."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not smoking anymore, so I had half a Dan, which is what do they call them? Cigarettes. And I had 2 potato chips. And he was like, "Let's go." And I was like, I felt pretty good after a half Dan and a couple chips.
A Dan? That's a cigarette?
I like to call it that because it seems more like a friend.
Mm-hmm. You like cigarettes?
I mean, I'm addicted to them, so I guess I love them.
I have tried a cigarette for the first time in my life this year.
Yeah.
At
Bad idea.
30. Well, I'm never going to be into them. Like they kind of gross me out. So I wanted to try it to see what the fuss is.
Yeah.
And I could see equally why people love them and hate them. They're disturbingly gross and terrible for you.
But that's so
and
fun
nasty.
sometimes.
But then like when you don't smoke a cigarette and you just completely sober, no other substances in your system, and you take like a good drag from it, I like almost fall over.
It's kind of calming.
No, I almost like fall. I get so like lightheaded and almost
That's
fall
fun.
over. It's crazy.
I remember those times.
Because I don't smoke them. So, but I'm like, oh, I could, and like that, like I've had one with like coffee.
Yeah.
I've had one with like a beer. And
That's a good time.
and
What about spliff?
I've had a spliff, yes.
Fire.
Yeah, it's great. Spliff and like blunts, those are fun. I like to do those. Not often, maybe
Yeah.
like once every couple months. Usually, when Danny's in town, honestly.
Really?
That's like
He's
the only
such a
time
bad influence.
He is. That's the only time I've ever smoked spliffs. He got me into spliffs.
Spliffs are fun.
He lived with me for 7 months, and he'd always
Really?
smoke spliffs. Yeah.
I can't wait to live with you for the next 6 months. I swear to God.
I am never
fun,
taking on another roommate again.
Well, you have no option. I know where you live. My bags are already packed.
But you can't
I'm
get in.
moving
Though.
in.
You can't get in though. Like once you leave.
We talked about this. I've been here Monday. I'm here Wednesday. Why not be here tomorrow? And the next day. And the day after that. I don't get it.
I'm over roommates. I'm done. Retired. It's nothing personal.
I get along with the bathroom now.
All the bad news in the bathroom.
Now it's good news. I found a fluffy cow.
What do you mean?
Someone texted me this. Look at this. It's so fun. It's like a little puppy.
So is that yours?
No, someone just texted me that while I was in the bathroom, and I said, "Oh no, I love this bathroom. It's good soap. This fluffy cow.
That'd be a good poster to have on a bathroom wall
That would be good.
to kind of like cheer you up while you're
Or like all over.
while you're struggling.
Yeah, yeah.
Bathrooms are interesting places.
Bathrooms are
Like,
crazy.
like think about everything that happens in a bathroom.
Going back to passing out, one of my favorite things to do.
People are gonna be really confused about. Like we have just gone every.
No, we're going right back. We're bringing it home. We're bringing it home. I swear to God. Okay. One of my favorite things to do is, I guess vapes are country. I guess nicotine vapes are country.
I'd say cigarettes are more country than vapes. Vapes are not anything. Vapes
it's
are just,
2023.
Vapes are like Judge Dredd. They're just
You know
futuristic.
what? I'm so done with you. We are a country band. What we play is country. This is country. Cigarettes are not fucking country for you. This is country now. And I'm only just saying that so I don't feel bad about
Is
hitting
your
right now.
family from the South?
No, my accent just fluctuates on what's going on.
Yeah. You think so?
That is seductive.
Is it?
Is that a word?
Seductive?
Yeah.
Sure is.
When you say it like that, I'm in, mate. One of my favorite things to do is to fucking rip a vape so many times and not exhale it in a bathroom before you almost pass out, and then you leave the stall and go back to work.
I think I've tried a nicotine vape once.
Don't ever do it.
And very recently, like really recently, like I don't even know.
That was country. As long as you say it is, it is, isn't it?
So how long you been nicotining your life?
I think I didn't do any drugs.
You still holding that in?
Yeah, it's so fun.
Let it out. Don't let it into the mic, though. That's all I ask.
I'm not going to let it out in your house. There's a laundry machine over there. I'm being respectful, dude. I'm going to be a great roommate. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, God. You killed me. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is this...
What were we talking about? What's the question? That's fun.
How long you been nicotining it?
Oh, my God. I didn't do anything until I was 19 and a half because I thought like it would ruin music. And you know what I mean? Like, cause I could play music, whatever. I like the Misfits and Ramones. So I figured like, oh, if I start smoking weed or like doing shrooms or like drinking, then I would do it every day. And I was fucking right. Because ever since I've been 19 and a half, I've been stoned and drunk basically the whole time and smoking dance. A ton of fucking dance. Yeah.
Every day. Has there been a day since 19 and a half? We'll call it 20 years old. Has there been
I
a day
stopped
since
like,
20?
oh yeah, I calmed down like a lot. Like the last couple of years.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Because Doug Malone told me to.
Doug's right.
Doug told me, chill out. Like,
You gotta chill. You gotta have it mean
oh my God, my
something.
heart's hurting.
Well, you had 2 monsters and some
Not yet.
nicotine. Oh my God.
It's real country music. Bet you didn't expect
At least
this
you got
from
the
a bagel
sugar-free
maker.
ones. At least you got the sugar-free ones.
Yeah, I gotta watch my figure. I gotta fit in the Wranglers.
We gotta have I want to have some totally bagels. We gotta have like a thing.
Yeah.
We gotta collaborate.
We should.
If we put on a show, will you sell the bagels?
Always.
Yeah.
Always for you.
Let's do it.
I don't say that. I don't say yes to everybody.
No, but always for me. That's bold. Always.
Anytime you want a
I
bagel, I
earned
bring you.
I earned the always. Damn.
You gave us our stripes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That means a lot. Whenever I hear someone say always, I'm like, wow.
You really started a lot for Totally Cash by just letting us come do bagels because what you had posted that Strange Brew was going to be there doing coffee. Mm-hmm. And just out of nowhere, I messaged you like, oh, I think you're going to need some bagels to go with that coffee next year. And you said, what about this year? And that was like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And at that time, we probably only made like 50 bagels at a time. And we had to make 350 bagels. We had to make 350 bagels.
How did you do it? Didn't you have to like go to your neighbor's house and use their oven?
It was crazy, yeah. And I mean, like, dude, the first DZ Fest time, the power ran out. So we had bagels that were proofing that we had to put in the car, drive to my house, drive to Brandon's house, who makes the bagels with me, and he's our drummer and Totally Cash. See, I'm talking faster now. We got some monsters in us and a couple hydrations. And we were like driving bagels around town to use different ovens and then go back and pull them out and get them out. So I mean, it's been crazy, like especially that first time with DZ and the second time. But yeah, I've had to bring them over to my neighbor's house and borrow their pots and pans and stuff. And I'm boiling up bagels over there and putting them in their oven. And
Were they
Brandon's
cool
at
with
my
that?
house.
They knew you and stuff. They were cool with it?
Oh yeah, because they liked our TikTok.
Oh, right.
They saw one TikTok video and they said, "All right, you can use our oven whenever."
TikTok's crazy.
We use it like twice a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it.
You
I
got-
hate TikTok.
I don't really like anything, but I just post stuff on all of them and get out of
Yeah.
there, just to promote. Like,
You know, Super Kick. Kind of glad I got kicked out because they're freaking. Are you allowed to swear in this one?
you could say whatever you want.
Fucking hell. They're a TikTok band now.
What does that mean?
They told me they care more about TikTok than putting out music or playing shows.
Hey, some people do that.
Go ahead, mates. Be on TikTok. I'm at Schubas.
TikTok.
I'm at Sleeping Village. I'm at Sub T. I'm on top of a goddamn horse.
Plenty of bands are at those venues and on TikTok. Plenty.
You.
I mean, TikTok, it's just another social media platform to promote yourself.
That's not country.
None
You
of
know
it.
what's really country? Instagram.
You're not even country. You're way more
What
like.
are we talking about
You're
here?
way more punk rock than country.
That's insane. That's insane to say. You're gaslighting me.
I'm not gaslighting you.
Come on your podcast. Come to your house twice in a week.
I saw you.
to give you
I
content.
saw you.
And you call me, you're gaslighting me, saying I'm not country.
I've seen you perform in many different places, and
you saw me perform on Monday.
And
I'm going to have a heart attack.
you just drink water and relax. Take some deep
Why don't you
breaths.
stop gaslighting me and
I'm
start
gonna-
gatekeeping me from these monsters?
I'm gonna teach you a breathing technique to help you calm yourself.
I don't want to calm
Ready?
down. I'm all amped up now.
2 through your nose.
Uh-huh.
1 out your nose. Go.
If I do that right now, I'm going to pass out. Let's sync ours.
So the
Reminds me
active,
of a galloping horse.
your nose lets in a lot more oxygen, right? And lets out a lot more. You're designed to breathe out your nose. But also, the act of having to do that, it's not a regular breathing technique or pattern. So you have to now think about it. And the act of focusing on it gets rid of any panic, anxiety, or overthinking in the mind. Because now you're
I don't
focused
have
on that.
anxiety. I just feel like I'm having a heart attack and I keep thinking about pelicans.
Even that, you'll stop thinking about the heart and the
I'm going to
attack.
pass out.
Are you really? Have
We're
you ever,
close.
Have you passed out before?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, like once? Oh my God, like how'd you even ask that? Of course I have a bunch of times.
One time I had too many hernias and I just fell down and passed out.
Hernias.
I was walking.
Wait. too many hernias?
Yeah, I had too many. I had 2 whole hernias.
You have you had 2 hernias.
Well, they patched them up. I'm pretty damn sure they're still there. You know, they're gonna come back.
How did you get them? Were you working out, hard, lifting stuff?
I don't even know. I think I had like a hernia when I was a kid, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just figure that out later."
Oh no.
Yeah, and I think my dad has hernias. My brother's younger than me. He's had hernias.
Did they figure it out?
They patched them right up. Yeah, they figured it out. They waited for them to be a problem. They waited for me to pass out while I was walking back from smoking a Dan back to my living room.
So good. I'm gonna start calling them that.
It's way more fun.
I'm gonna start calling that because like cigarettes and cigars, I plan on having like 3 a year. Like
Oh, we're getting close to the piss. Sorry,
it's
want to
okay.
interrupt you.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, you've probably consumed like 50 ounces.
I'm
of
talking
liquid
about
already. Do you feel awake now?
Too awake. This is a problem now.
What time do you normally go to bed?
Normally, things are normal. Like normally, I'm at home. I go to bed at 10:30 after watching people eat food on YouTube. Normal stuff.
You watch people eat food?
Like too much, too fast.
What are you watching?
Is this guy Beard Meats Food? He eats food really fast. A ton of food really fast.
Like, is he a big guy, a small guy?
No, he's just like
And how fast is
nice-looking
really
guy.
fast? Because I eat fast.
So he'll have like 6 to like 13 pounds of food. He'll do like these eating contests. It's like man versus
6
food, right?
to 13 pounds.
Yeah, sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, it's this many pounds. There's 6 pounds of fries and there's this thing." But I don't know. It's just been my thing lately.
Okay.
Like the last 2 months, just watch him, one man, eat food on. Sometimes his wife eats garlic bread, but I'll just watch him eat food.
Why do you like watching someone eat food?
I don't know. It's a new thing, so I haven't really figured it out, and
Do you
I'm
have a
doing
food
too much in
fetish?
therapy to get there. No.
You're in therapy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you say, oh yeah, like matter of fact?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look at me, mate.
I don't know. Everyone's different. Some people go, some people don't.
I mean, I go strictly because people like you gaslight me that I'm not country music. Well, I'm wearing Wranglers. I'm looking like this and wearing a cowboy hat.
There's country elements, but it's not straightforward country music. Like it wouldn't be played on country US 99.
No, that's not country music.
Well,
that's literally not country music.
That's not country music. Okay, what era of country are you trying to refer to? Are you talking about like modern country?
Like 2069. Like we're talking about future.
2069?
Talking about like future country. Like here's the thing. Here's what happened. Basically, you had like Hank Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was pretty country.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Totally Cashed. Second country band, maybe first country band ever because he wasn't a band.
So this is the bit.
There's no bit here.
This is a bit.
There's no
This is a
fucking bit. You heard of Florida Georgia Line?
is a
That's not country music. Garth Brooks. That's not country music.
This is a bit.
Don't look at me like that. I'm just gonna look away.
Why do you want to be country so bad?
I don't want to be country. I am country. This life chose me, and that
You promised. You said
I took a 23D in me, and it told me I'm
23
country.
Dan and me. You told me you weren't gonna lie to me.
That's no lying.
It's not lying.
Yeah. Sometimes things just choose you. You ever walked outside of your house and a cat walked up?
Have you ever been to a different country?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would fare well in like Scotland or something.
I don't like how they talk.
No,
I don't think so.
Scottish accent's hard to do.
Yeah, it's because they sound greasy.
I can, like Greece.
No, they just sound greasy.
They sound. I like it. It's a cool
you?
accent. It's a cool accent.
It's dirty.
No, it's cool. It's cute. It's cool.
It's kind of cool.
Irish is like intense but fun, aggressive.
Yeah, Irish is fun.
Irish is like aggressive. English is just easy and bland and boring and where we all came from, right? And then
Yeah.
Scottish is like this in between, like they just deal with the chaos from Ireland and England and France and all of it. They're just out there.
They must be dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think about Germans?
I don't like them.
Me neither, mate. I hate Kanye West. I hate Kanye West.
He's German?
No.
Oh.
But he would have been.
I'm not German. I was told I was German my whole life. And then I did 23andMe and I found out I wasn't at all.
Yeah.
In fact, kind of the opposite. I'm pretty much the country's, besides being half Mexican, I'm the Caucasian side of me.
Are you half Mexican?
I am, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad.
I love Mexicans.
I love Mexicans too.
I love Mexicans and Jews.
So I'm
people.
7% Ashkenazi Jew
That's
from
brilliant.
the Polish region because I'm also Polish on my
See?
mom's side. Yeah.
I hate Kanye. That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, the English part of me English and Polish and the little dash of Jew and the Northern European. Just everything that Germans messed with.
You did a 23andMe.
I did.
Maybe I can take one.
It's fine. You have whether or not this is legit.
What if I find out of my 2 favorite things?
Listen, I found out. I was glad I did it because first of all, I found out I wasn't German. And I was able to show my family. Some of them didn't like that. They were wrong. They
always were like, "Oh."
Well, some of them they're in their 60s and 70s, and they're like their whole life they thought they were one thing.
It's because pretzels are good.
What pretzels?
The big ones that the Germans eat.
Those are German pretzels?
Like big pretzels, and they dip it in
like cheese
mustard.
or mustard?
Yeah, it's fun.
I didn't know that was German.
I think it's a German thing.
Oh,
Schnitzel.
I know beers. Most of that comes from Germany, right?
Yeah, but the good beer comes from Colorado.
Yeah, Coors.
Coors Light.
Coors.
Yep.
My dad and his friends used to get that from Colorado back in the 70s when it wasn't in Chicago.
I've heard stories.
When they would go out there, they'd bring it back to Chicago because he grew up in Chicago, yeah.
It's worth it.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's a tough cat.
I like your dad.
Yeah, he's one of those people that like he'll die before you can do anything to him. He'll just be like, no, you have to kill me. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, like say he was, kidnapped and tortured by like I don't know, he's Mexican, so we'll go with the cartel. Say he was kidnapped and tortured by the cartel.
Racist.
They're like, if you don't tell us where your family is, we're gonna like pull out all your nails and like make you eat them, and then like cut off your ears. You'd be like,
your dad's ride or die.
oh yeah,
I love that.
He's got a great
I love
story.
your dad.
Can I tell you a great story about my dad?
Yeah.
He's tough as hell. He turned me into a rebel because he's too tough.
He was actually kidnapped by a cartel. He no longer has fingertips.
He was driving home from, he used to go out to a lot of shows and in clubs and bars in the 70s a lot. You cold?
No.
And he was driving home in his like late 70s Bronco. I think it was a 75 Bronco.
Love a Bronco.
Dude,
your dad keeps getting better and better.
He's cool. He's got stories. He's flipped Broncos in like Wisconsin,
really?
going to like Devil's Lake, and they had
drove back Coors.
Yeah.
I swear to God, you said so many things between Coors and Bronco, and I didn't hear any of them.
Yeah, he's got some stories.
That's fun.
Some drugs too.
So Bronco.
So he's driving his Bronco home, and a gang of boys, they're probably late teenagers. A gang surround his car at a stoplight, like surround him with guns. They're like, "Get out!" And he's like, "No." So most people would get out, and he's just like, "No." And so they get in and they pistol whip him. They get into his car, pistol whip him. And broke his nose, shattered his nose. He had the surgery to fix it when I was a kid because he always sniffed. He's always because his nose was shattered. Yeah, so they shattered his nose with a gun. He got knocked out, blackout. Woke up in the back of the Bronco while they were joyriding around the south side of Chicago, trying to find out where he lived.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess. This is going to turn into a Disney story, and they're all great friends now.
No.
Are you kidding me?
And he would not let them know where he lived. He wouldn't give them because he had a bunch of sisters and stuff. He didn't want a gang going to his house.
Yeah.
Not good. So he just wouldn't tell them. And they're like, we're going to kill you. And he's like, I'm not telling you. And they knocked him out again. They hit him again. And he woke up in an alley. And car gone, walked home, told his dad, all bloody, all beat up. And then filed a police report. They found his car a couple blocks over, like completely dismantled and stripped down, like to the frame. Yeah, and that's it. So he could have got out of his car and let it go. He didn't do that. Then he could have let them know where he lived. Didn't do that, and he just took it. Could have been shot. Could have been murdered. Could have been stabbed. Could have been God knows what. Could have been kidnapped. Could have been trafficked. Could have had his kidneys taken. Who knows? Nothing.
I fucking love.
He just stood up. He's like, I'm not doing it. No.
You know what?
It's pretty cool.
I don't know if my dad's ever been in that situation, but opposites attract. I think that we should get our dads to do bending brain. Your dad sits there, my dad sits here, or vice versa. Doesn't matter.
He's a tough cat. He also watched.
Them do podcasts.
He saw Martin Luther King walk down Western Avenue in the '60s.
Really?
He lived on Western Avenue. Yeah.
That's
a lot
wild.
of stuff. He saw some stuff. Yeah.
He's seen some shit.
He saw some stuff. His stories about the '60s he was born in the early '50s. So the '50s and '60s on the South Side with segregation and what Daley did and bringing white and black kids to school together in Gage Park. He saw like horrific things.
That's wild.
Like mufftail cocktails thrown at like black kid buses from the white kids, flipping over. Like he had to run through the alleyway, take his siblings to school. He had a bunch of younger siblings, and he'd like take them to school and take the back door to the school and like hide because he's Mexican, so he doesn't fit into either category.
Yeah, they still weren't.
They were not treated well, but it was kind of like if you assimilate and keep your nose out of it, you're like you stay away from like this black versus white problem.
That's crazy.
Even though you're kind of like not a appreciate it or accept it either. But it's not your fight at the moment. You get to kind of like hide.
That's fucking wild.
It's dark. A lot of Mexican Americans at the time had to assimilate and like hide and kind of just not participate in society. Yeah, it's kind of sad. It ruined a lot of their culture. They had to suppress a lot of their culture to like fit in. It's different from the immigrants who came in like the 80s and 90s, like a lot of my friends' parents did.
And then people like you come and assimilate Pilsen and ruin it.
I think that's gentrifying.
Oh, two different things in there.
You gentrify when you come in, you're not the culture. When it is your culture and you try to fit in, you're assimilating.
I swear to God, when I walked in Senoritas, I said, "What's going on here?"
Yeah, that one I don't care for those places.
I like
to go to like this place takes cash only, deep dive.
Okay, those places are fire. But you ever had pizza in your life?
Of course I've had.
And then
pizza.
you ever gone to Pauly G's, Logan Square?
I've been to the original Pauly G's in Brooklyn. I hung out with him.
I know Pauly G too. I hung out with him.
You hung out with him?
Dude, he came to my table at Pauly G's. They had like an industry night. Like they had like
Wait, the one in
Logan Square. Like
okay.
we're good friends. We make our bagels there sometimes.
Yeah.
Second time we did DZ Fest, we made like 150 bagels there. And yeah, Derek had all the people come over to my table. One was Pauly G. He's talking to me about making bagels, giving me tips.
Dang, I talked to him forever about pizza. He sat like
He's the best.
I was with friends.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, he never like sits down. It was back in December. I was there.
He stood with me.
No, he sat down next to me and we talked for like 45 minutes because he was blown away by how much I knew about pizza because I'm like a pizza
You
fan.
like pizza like that?
I think I have pizza every single week of my whole life. Like
Really?
I've never not. I used at my old house with all the roommates, it would be there. Everyone worked at a pizza place in some capacity. Pizza delivery. I used to, for fun, after classes at the local community college back when I was like 18, I'd go to my friend's place that they had a pizza place and I would just like sit by the counter and like take orders. Not even get paid. I would just get free pizza.
That's brilliant.
And I'd like watch The Simpsons, drink a soda, and get like free pizza and just
I worked
chill.
at the Jets.
I never had Detroit style.
This is what I'm talking about.
I've been meaning to go to
Man,
Detroit.
fuck.
I've been meaning to go there.
Go to Pauly G's, Logan Square.
In Detroit?
No, right there.
No, I'm talking about Jets, like Detroit style.
Jets sucks.
Well,
they're doing better Detroit pizza right at Pauly G's right now in Logan Square.
I'm gonna go.
I've had Monster.
I'm gonna go. What's the place called?
Pauly G's. No, but this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They're progressing pizza.
Okay.
Like what they do with pizza.
I didn't know he did Detroit style.
It's fire.
Okay, I only had his New York style. I never had
Well,
that
it's not the same Pauly G.
Is it
like,
a different Pauly G?
Yeah,
Are
his
we
name's
talking about
Derek.
the
But it's a Pauly G's.
Are we
Okay,
talking about
so
the
like,
same Pauly G?
If you, I think this is the rule. If
I
you're
don't
good
know
at
if we're
no. Listen, if you're good enough at making pizza, and you know Pauly G, I think it's like you can like franchise a spot, but it has to be fire.
I don't know if this is the same Pauly G.
Dude, I met Pauly G from New York. I swear to God.
Okay, I believe you now. I believe you.
Okay, but Derek,
Do you see the problem with Boy Who Cried Wolf with you? When you lie all the time?
I've never lied in my fucking life.
Now I don't know when to believe you. You see the problem?
I'm amped up about this. I'm trying to make a point, but it's gonna take a while.
But you see the problem.
There's no problem with anything.
Admit.
The only problem here is that you keep saying I'm not country. You keep gaslighting me. And when I leave here, I'm gonna like think I'm crazy. Like that's insane. If your dad was here, he'd say I'm country.
Here's country. I love how you had to add the twang when you say
I love your fucking dad. I'm sure he would love me.
Country. All right, I'm gonna go to Pauly G's in Logan Square. What's the address?
Shit.
I'll Google it. It's fine. It's not hard.
Yeah. You have a phone, do you?
It's right there.
Yeah.
I talked to him a while about Chicago pizza and all the spots, and you know Pizza Fried Chicken Ice Cream over in that closed down. It was over.
No, I never had.
It was a great spot, but I was talking to him about that. He knew about it. I was naming like deep cut spots that you would only know if you're from here.
So bad.
Go pee.
You think so?
Yeah, I'll just talk.
But we're talking about pizza.
I'll talk.
I haven't made the point yet.
Go pee real quick. Go.
This is a long point.
Go pee. Go. I'm gonna talk about totally trash and totally bagel.
I've done this bit where I drink a bunch of liquor.
Go fast. Go fast.
I wish I would have just had a hard.
Go fast. I don't cut. I don't edit.
That's a better bit.
Go. So I'm gonna tell a story about watching Totally Cashed at DZ Fest, and they play at like I don't know, maybe 2 p.m, and they do this thing where Trash, who's on this podcast right now, he jumps off the stage, runs across the yard. It's about 15 feet. He runs across the yard past the sound stage to the other stage, grabs that mic from that stage, and starts singing the song that his band is playing that's on the stage he was just at. So they're on one stage playing. He runs to the other one and singing. I've never seen this done before. Out of, I don't know, like 280 bands have played DZ Fest. He's the only band to ever do that, to go to the other stage and sing on it while his band is performing. It was pretty crazy. I almost ran into people doing it. So he runs back. The set's great. Then we're filming a song for them because we filmed one song per band. And he decides to run around the stage and then just tackle the drummer off the kit, but he like dives into the kit on the side. It's not my drum kit. It's my friend's drum kit. My friend who owns the coffee shop Strange Brew. He was selling coffee. So I feel terrible because he's already doing me a favor lending me his drum kit for a whole festival for 20 bands to play on one stage. And we have to go up there and fix that. And we have it all on film. So if you want to check out the funny video of that, it's on the DZ Records YouTube channel. Totally cashed at DZ Fest 2022. They also were selling bagels. So at the same time that they're performing, they have bagels going at their tent, and they're selling all these amazing bagels. Some of the best I've ever had, these bagel sandwiches. Really, really good stuff. But to be honest, I'm just really trying to find out when Trash is lying or telling the truth or the fibbing in between, because he's all over the place. I never know. And here he comes. Here comes the honest Abe over here. Never told a lie in his life. Honest Abe.
I've never lied in my fucking life.
He doesn't know what's a lie. What's a lie? All right, I just told the story about you going from.
You're gonna ask me how my piss was?
How was your piss?
I've never pissed in my life.
Get closer.
I'm doing it.
I told the story about you running from one stage to the other and singing while your band's playing, and then diving into the kit. I told that story.
I never dove into a kit.
I have it on video.
I tripped.
High quality video with high quality audio.
I love your bathroom.
You like it still?
The ratio's going up.
What ratio?
The bad times to good times piss ratio I've had in your bathroom.
Did something happen in there this time that was good?
Yeah, so Monday I found out I was getting cheated on by my last ex, which is crazy.
So this is not a lie. This is true. And
yeah, that was a bummer.
He's in my bathroom and he comes down and I'm asking about like his day and he's just like, is it okay to talk about this?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
He's like, I just found out I got cheated on by my girlfriend. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. And I just felt so
Well,
bad.
shit, ex now, but yeah, it came up. But like that, yeah, because you were like making fun, like, oh, like you're so anxious, this and that. I was like, no, I'm literally like, this shit's crazy. And then the last time I was in your bathroom, like when I got here today, I found out about Fluffy Cow. Someone texted me that picture, the Fluffy Cow. This time I had revelations, like lifetime revelations.
What's the revelation? Tell us.
I had two. I forgot the first one already, but it was important. And the second one is as I'm taking a piss, there's like a picture in front of me. And it's like glass, so I can see things.
Yeah.
And I realized, holy shit, I might be talking about Pizza Hut and thinking about Pizza Hut so much because of my fucking cowboy hat.
That's not a cowboy hat. That's a Pizza Hat baseball cap. It's a super kit, but it has a pizza emblem on it. Can they get sued for that?
It's a Pizza Hut logo. They should. They kept me out of their band. They should get
So
sued for
why'd they
multiple
kick
things.
you out? How do you last one day? You had to have done something pretty wild to get kicked out.
No, I didn't do anything wild.
I don't believe you for a second.
No.
How else do you get kicked out of a band that fast?
Because it's called super kick. That's their whole thing. Is they try to super kick everyone out of their goddamn band. Why don't you join super kick? They're gonna super kick you right out.
I don't want to join any bands. I'm
cold.
The heat's off.
I think it's because I'm a super fan. I'm like a crazy dude. I know every fucking super kick lyric, and I'm a super like I like
That's
super
why
kick
they
so much.
kicked you out.
I think it's too close to home.
I don't believe this. You're not telling me something. I can tell by you.
How come I don't get to finish my points on this
You
podcast?
got this little quiver going on every time you.
How come I don't get to finish my points on this podcast? I was looking in the mirror and I realized I finished my point.
Wait, what was your revelation? You never even said it.
Is that I think I like Pizza Hut because of the cowboy hat.
No, the first one.
That was a bigger revelation, but I already forgot it.
Okay, can you
That was a big
please
one.
can you please tell us?
You know what I was gonna
why
do?
you got kicked out?
You know what I was gonna do?
What?
I was just gonna stay up there for the rest of the podcast.
I would be really upset.
I know, but that would have been so fun. That's what I'm talking about.
I wouldn't have released
I like
that.
you so much. I'll bring you bagels whenever. Like I'm not gonna do
Why
that to
did
you.
you bring bagels?
On another podcast, I would have done that. On another podcast, I might have finished the monsters and had the heart attack.
We'll have to have. So this is gonna be called, trash. Like this episode will be your name, trash.
With a capital T, please.
Yeah. But event. I'm sorry, it's cold on here.
No, it's fine.
I don't have the heat on. That's why I have this. Do you want a sweater or something?
No, it's because I just eat Reese's and drink Monsters.
I'll have to have Totally Bagel on sometime.
Yeah.
And we'll have bagels. Like,
That's
we'll
fun.
eat. And maybe we'll have fun like drink and stuff.
That would be
We'll have to do it
fun.
on like a Friday night.
That's what I'm talking about. An eating podcast.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I
We'll
like
have to do it
that.
on a Friday night, okay?
Yeah, because I'm
So
so
we can, like,
scared
get
to eat on
crazy.
podcasts after I snuck pretzels in my pocket and started eating
It'll
them.
be fun. Totally
Yeah.
Bagel.
I like that.
I like it too. And I guess it can double as Totally Bagel, Totally Cash at the same time.
Oh, I'm going to bring home this whole pizza thing.
What do you mean?
Okay, so Pauly G's,
Yes.
Logan Square.
Yes, I'm going
is-
there.
And you should. But they're like changing the game with their pizza they do.
Okay.
Like the toppings they do and the things they're doing, I think it's like excelling pizza, right?
Okay.
And I love like a regular like Mexican taco joint where you have to bring cash, and that they use corn tortillas, and it's all fire and it's all fun and games, right? But I also like there's this place called Taqueria Chingon, and it's like a kind of like Wicker Park, Bucktown area. And they're like known for like they're pushing boundaries on like what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I
they'll
do.
put an octopus on there
Yeah.
and like crazy toppings. But the cool thing about them is like they support the chef who did it. Like they'll like post the chef and like they'll put all the ingredients on. And like I think there's something beautiful about that. Now, Señoritas is just bougie ass Mexican food.
Yeah.
But I love like progressive, like pushing boundaries of food and bringing it even more home. Pushing the boundaries of what country music is, all right? Pushing the boundaries of what a cowboy hat really is. And you can sit there and go, oh, this band's not country because they don't sound like Hank Williams. At the same time, I would say right now, 99.9% of the country artists that are at the CMAs that are on country radio is not fucking country. That's pop music. What we're doing is like some real country shit.
Well, when I listen back tomorrow and work on those tracks, I'll text you and I'll let you know if it's country or not.
Thank you.
I will.
Because it is country music.
wanna-
And it is pizza. And it is tacos.
I want to dial it back a second.
Okay, let's dial it back. I'm taking
And the world needs to better understand what you are.
Okay, I'm a person.
You're like an alien.
I'm almost a horse, I swear to God.
You're not a person.
swear to God.
You're not a person. I don't know what you are.
Oh, this is my revelation I had.
What?
It's so funny because you texted me like, when you texted me like a couple months ago, I think, or maybe for the last DZ Fest, you were like, hey, it's Ben. I know who you are. I got you on my phone. You think I'm not going to save your number? You threw fucking 10, 11, 12 music festivals and you had a podcast for 11 years. You think I don't want to fucking play the DZ Fest, the sessions? I'm not going to save your number. Hey, it's Ben. LOL. Like, that's hilarious. They thought we were friends. You know what I mean?
I've been made fun of so many times by people. They're like, why are you talking to me as if like friends? And been like, why are you talking to me like this? Like
We've been hanging out all week. Why'd you text me, hey, it's Ben?
like a client. I'm like, when you text, I think there's very few people on this planet that do the thing that they also prep, set up for, and do the pre and post production for.
Yeah.
At a level where you're
It's called being an amateur.
where you're corresponding with like the amount of people I correspond with is it's unbelievable. So sometimes I don't remember if they know, if I say, you just don't know. So it's like, it doesn't hurt to be like, remind people. I do to this day. And I'm sure many people say what, or think they don't say, but they're like, of course, I already have this number saved.
Crazy. I'm glad that you told me your name, though, because I just have you in as DZ. And that's not going to change.
Hey, many people don't know my name because everything on the internet is just DZ or a
I feel
band.
like
It's either a band.
Your name's everywhere.
I either is it?
I feel like it's attached to the podcast, no?
It just says, I guess it says with Ben Arguez, but people don't see that. It's either Bending Brains, DZ Records, DZ Fest,
Stupid Idiot,
or I'm in a band, but they're not. It's not
Yeah.
my band. I'm like playing in a band, so it's like that band. It's always like something else. I'm promoting other people, not myself. So it's like the name can. People have been like, "Is this?
This is a person.
I don't know this
or an
person's
alien?
name. Is this an alien?" Yeah, that's funny. That made me laugh. I was like, "Of course I know who you."
Gaslight me into thinking I'm not country. Gaslight me into thinking I'm an alien. You're such a good friend.
I love that.
Yeah, I can't wait to bring you a bunch of bagels and come here and do this again.
I love the phrase gaslight because it didn't exist until like 3
Like
weeks
yesterday.
ago. Now everyone's like, and then I got trauma from the gaslight. It's
I know.
like,
It's that people stretch it, you know what I mean?
they do, because the sad thing is both those things are real. Like
It is.
trauma, like I'll do big topic words that people use quite a bit. Trauma, anxiety, gaslight, What's another big one? What's another big word that everyone has now and feels and says now?
Poly-G's?
I
I swear to God, we were making bagels with Poly-G's. Someone asked someone what gaslighting is, and I went to the bathroom and cried because I realized I've been getting gaslight for months.
Why? You just realized that?
Take a guess. Yeah.
Oh, the relationship?
Making bagels.
Wait, what? I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, I cried in that bathroom.
What's the worst gaslight you've ever received, in all honesty?
We can't do those things here.
Why not?
The worst gaslight I honestly ever received was being told I wasn't country by you. After what I do for country music, every single day I wake up and then eventually go to bed.
I hope you get nominated for a country music award.
I don't want that shit.
And you go on stage and I want you to call me out and be like, this is for Ben. He didn't believe in me.
I swear to God, if they ever nominate me for a country music award, I'm going to call in a bomb threat so I don't have to show up. I don't support what they do by any means.
I don't either. If I got nominated for a big award like that, I wouldn't go either.
They want a real country music artist till you are one.
Who?
They.
They? I don't know what you said.
They want a real country music artist till you are one. They want a country outlaw till you really are one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They want Little Nas X.
No. I mean, yeah. And then look, he does country and they go, get away. I mean, it's the same. It's the story old as time, right? Like the labels, CME, all of that like upper country, that like capitalist country stuff, you know, commercial country. They were like, oh, we want you to sing about being an outlaw and stuff. But if you actually are an outlaw and if you actually have issues, we're going to push you far away, like Jason Isbell.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of industries. They do that stuff. It's contrived. It's fake. It's pretty obvious.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. That's why we won't have millions and won't have mansions. We'll just be chilling in basements doing
That's
podcasts.
so much more fun.
This is more fun. I have way more fun than millionaires.
Yeah, I hate Sleeping Village. I hate Schubas. I hate 17. I'll play this basement right now.
When's your next show?
This Friday.
Where?
In a basement.
Where at?
It's called Albion House.
Okay. DIY spot?
Yeah, it's a DIY spot.
What neighborhood?
I don't really know. We played there a couple times. We've gotten in trouble because we brought bagels and people left them around and someone brought their own. What's it called? A bandolier?
Bandolier?
What's it called? A bandolier when you have like a vest like this and there's like bullets or something?
I don't know. I don't know the name of it.
I think it's called a bandolier.
I don't know.
Well, someone brought one with cream cheese. So they had like sticks of cream cheese in this like homemade vest.
Yeah.
Or like strip.
Yeah.
And they threw it out in their garbage and we got in trouble for it apparently. But it's like, it's a garbage. Aren't you supposed to throw it out?
Why would you get in trouble for that?
I don't know. This guy just was like, oh, totally cash, left cream cheese at my house. But it's like, yeah, in a garbage. And it wasn't us. It was a fan.
People complained about it?
One person.
The person who lived there?
Yeah, but it's like, first of all, we didn't bring it. A crazed fan brought it.
They complained to you or to the internet?
They like wrote on their story, like, you know, and like messaged us like, you're not allowed back here. Then why have we played there twice this year? But either way, they're great. Whatever. They just need to fix their bathroom and throw out their garbage. Like if you're going to have 150 people in your basement and you're not going to throw the garbage out for a week, who are you? But either way, can't wait to play there this Friday. And then Saturday we're in Milwaukee.
You don't want
to
hear my thoughts about stuff like that.
About what? Not throwing garbage out? It's crazy.
No, about complaining. If you're gonna put on shows, you got to deal with it.
Oh,
you
100%.
got to take all the hits. I don't think I complained one time publicly.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen the worst this world has to offer.
I don't think you should.
Well, why else would I do it? Like you can't have your cake and eat it too.
No.
You can't invite hundreds. In my case, I don't know, over the course of having events and shows for 12 years, probably, I don't know, 20,000 people, maybe more. I couldn't tell you, maybe 50,000. It's like, the number is so high, I don't even know.
That's crazy.
You can't even calculate it. It destroyed my house. I never complained one time on the internet. I guess I'm complaining now. This will be on the internet.
Yeah.
But I'm not really complaining. I'm just like, I chose to do that. Like, it's part of, I vented to people, my close confidants and friends, people that were like helping me out and giving advice, you know. But nothing really. It's just like, and it took some extreme stuff for me to be like, ugh. But I never told someone they couldn't come back. It's more like if they really did something heinous, I guess I just wouldn't invite them back.
Exactly.
I don't need to put it on the internet. Because it gets complicated. People can take stuff the wrong way. They don't know the situation.
I don't think you should be doing that stuff. You know what I mean?
You should not be doing that. There's ramifications you can't control when you put people on blast. People misread. misunderstand, misinformed. You can't do it.
I don't think it's a fair situation.
No. And I could have done it so many times.
Yeah.
God.
And it's like being in a band.
The list of things in my head I can just spew right now. Jesus
There's a
Christ.
running list.
Oh my. I mean, I'm never going to forget because it was all messed up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I decided to do it. But like,
oh shit, I'm sitting here thinking that I don't like complaining, but I just kind of said something about that house.
there you go.
But I don't even know if that's complaining. It's just a thing that happened.
It happened. And I don't even know the whole story, but the best you can do as a band playing, this is my advice from working with thousands of bands. The best you can do as a band is respect the space you're going to be in.
Yeah.
Because they're doing you a solid by having you there.
100%.
It's supposed to be fun. People are coming to learn. As an attendee, respect the bands and the space you're going into because they're providing a space for you.
Oh, for sure.
Trying to do something good.
That's how we keep this
Have
going.
fun, exactly. And then as the people putting on, respect the bands and the people coming.
Yeah.
And if everyone does that, and then collectively respect the neighborhood and the neighbors because they're allowing it to happen. They could
100%.
put the police and them can put a kibosh on it like that. Like
Yeah, and then
nothing.
you have no more punk music.
So you
or
got
country.
it all has to work together to do something DIY underground. Everyone has to be cool with it. Everyone.
100p.
So it's tricky though, because I mean that was the only reason why I was able to work for so long. The people involved, myself and any friends, I took it very seriously, and I was always very sober and present. Like
Yeah.
I before each show, I'd hide towels everywhere and garbage cans everywhere. So if something spilled, I just would pull a towel, like just a towel
That's
out.
brilliant.
Just out of nowhere. People, where'd that come from? It's like, it's ready to go. Like, boom, 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 just always getting stuff. And then like garbage cans with fresh bags, like everywhere. You could just throw stuff out. Between each set, just go around, grab. I would throw away a lot of people's stuff. They probably got mad. But if I saw a drink and no one was near it,
Unattended.
throwing out. Because by midnight, when the show's over, the place is clean already.
Yeah, 100%.
And when people are leaving, they're like, oh, this is a nice spot. It's clean. It's clean.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm constantly working it and cleaning it. Yeah, those are fun shows, but man, they're hard. It's hard to do that stuff with hundreds of people.
I can only imagine. I have so much respect for the DIY spots, you know? I think it's great.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
totally. I miss it sometimes. I don't miss how it trashed my house, but
yeah, probably.
I do miss the glow, the vibe,
It's
the
just,
essence.
it's a beautiful thing, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm thinking of doing some low-key hidden shows that are like super exclusive.
Really?
Yeah, like super duper, like 30 tickets, you know,
That's fun.
like not really, kind of like a better and healthier and more productive So Far Sounds.
What's that?
You never heard of So Far Sounds? It's this big, huge company, international company now.
Oh, I think it's
They put the show.
SOFAR.
Yeah, they put the shows on at different spots, like lofts, a
Oh, I
building,
don't know
a
if I know.
storefront, people's houses, living rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, but because I would be more selective, the production would be. I would use like the gear from DZ for like super
Yeah.
high production stuff, and record stuff, and have it be like 30 people can go, like super low key.
Like invite or like RSVP?
RSVP, like ticket, like because the bands will
Yeah,
get paid,
yeah.
the people putting on the event will get paid, and we'll do like a third gets donated to a good cause,
Oh.
probably the arts and art and music in the city,
Mm-hmm.
because it sucks, and then a third to the bands, and then a third to the people putting it on, and then like always, I provide video per band,
Yeah.
and audio and stuff like that, yeah, and do that. I think because I have all this gear, I'm like, what do I do with it? Because I'm not having shows here. I need to keep this place not trashed.
Yeah.
It's the reason why it looks well kept because I'm finally not having events in a space. Yeah.
Yeah, and you only let us play here one time.
I mean, sessions are great because it's not. You were crazy. Almost broke my nice guitar and camera in
But
one
I did-
fell
what'd I tell
swoop.
you?
One fell swoop.
What'd I tell you? I wouldn't.
You almost did. You only did because I dipped. I
Oh.
dipped out of the way.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that I dipped, first of all. And second,
You weren't even aware that it happened. You're like, oh, I didn't realize this.
because I have like a third instinct. I've never broken gear in my life.
You broke the Duosonic.
Right before I came here. Right before I came
Did
here.
you do the idea with the toothpicks and wood glue?
I haven't done anything yet.
Do that. It'll work very
I
well.
don't know. I haven't even slept.
I've
This
done
is
it.
so much. But yeah, I'm going to try it. I'm gonna
Get
try it.
sleep.
I want
Don't
to.
stay up late.
I want to.
Smoke less Dans.
I'm not smoking Dan. I'm smoking the E-Dan right now.
E-Dan.
And I have the...
Wait, can we call that a Danny?
Yes!
That's good, right?
I like that.
That's a Danny.
It's a Dan.
And then a cigarette's a Dan. And then a spliff is a Daniel.
I had those.
Right?
Oh yeah. I
You
guess.
didn't like that. You're like, ah.
I guess you could do that. You know what I mean?
A cigar's a Daniel? What's a Daniel?
A Daniel's just a Dan that you're sick of calling Dan. You know what I mean? It can't always be like, oh, you want to have a Daniel? That sounds fun. What is that? The same thing? Oh, let's go for
I
it.
love slang so
It's so much fun.
Especially when you're with like, do you have any old friends?
Yeah.
People like you have this way of speaking where people
Yeah.
who are around you like, are they speaking a language? What are they saying right now?
I feel like if I upheld that was the whole point of Totally Cashed was like we would say like, oh, I'm totally cashed right now or whatever. But like to have lyrics where you put the slang in,
Yeah.
then I just never put them in the songs. And you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But that was the point.
I love it. I love the slang I have with my friends. Like even the way we text, just like vibing, sup, crib, chill. Like so, I have some friends
Brilliant.
where like the words, it's not even sentences. Like one portion of a word says like 3 sentences,
That's beautiful.
and I love it. Like back at the old house, we used to always have coffee on Mondays because one of my close friends, Vinny, who I'm in a band with, neighbors, you know,
Vinny's good egg.
Vinny's a good egg. He was off work on Mondays. He works at a hospital. He was off every Monday.
Bad egg.
And I like I do work from home on Mondays. So I have a lot of flex time on Mondays. So he'd come over every Monday at like 10:30 or 11 and I'd make a big nice coffee with our mocha master and fresh beans and all this stuff. And then everyone at the house that worked from home would come down. So we'd always have like a hang. But it would just be like, we'd say like yoff. I just text like yoff.
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 YOFF?
Well, Y-O-F. Yeah, yoff. Yeah. And it's just, it means like, if you say that, because of the experience, everyone knows that means Mocha Master coffee, 10 o'clock at like 10 a.m. at like on a Monday. Just yoff.
I love that.
And it's just it. And it shows up and it's just like, or I'd say like,
Could you imagine if you accidentally like it was a typo and your phone just auto-corrected it and everyone just showed up on Monday and you're just like, what are you doing here?
off.
I'm running a podcast.
I'm right. How many podcasts have you been on?
We used to have our own podcast.
Whoa, it must have been wild, huh?
Oh, it was crazy.
Why'd you stop it?
It
I want to
was-
be on your podcast.
It was fun. I was thinking about
fun.
starting another one, but
We
it's
should
just
start
it was
one.
so much work.
I
Like,
know.
It was like we had like a lot. We had a Dan Marino soundboard.
Was there a video element to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. The video
Yeah.
part makes it hard. As soon as you had more cameras, it's like
Yeah,
the editing.
we have videos. We'd put videos up and like show our guests them, but then we'd like voice over the videos to make people look bad.
Oh, you did a bunch of stuff.
And
You
yeah,
did a
the
whole-
soundboard. We had a whole episode where we just interviewed Dan Marino.
But it wasn't.
It
Really
may have just been a cardboard cutout with a bunch of really.
I feel like
really-
your podcast would be hectic.
It was really hectic.
I could see it going viral on TikTok though.
The last episode was called "I'm Not Living Out of My Car in the Export Parking Lot," and I was filmed in an export parking lot in my car.
Have you ever lived out of your car?
I guess for those 2 hours I did.
Have you ever been homeless?
No. I've been kicked out of my house, but then like let in by friends.
Why were you kicked out?
Oh my God. I've been kicked out a few times, but like the worst time was because I went to Taco Bell and I was driving home and I had someone in my car who had like gotten arrested a bunch for like smoking weed or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And they saw him in the car and pulled us over. And I just had a bowl and like a couple like nugs. I don't even think I had nugs. I think I had a bowl and I had like a pen and a paper clip and like a guitar pick. And they said that it all had resin on it. I think like probably one of them actually did. But I got like arrested for like 5 accounts of paraphernalia. And like the
Dang.
news story comes out like, oh yeah, like so-and-so got arrested. And it's like, you didn't tell them it's a paper clip, a pen,
They threw the book
a
at
guitar
you, huh?
pick. It was crazy. Yeah.
And a news story. Don't you hate that about news?
It was like a newspaper, you
Yeah.
know? And then like in the
That's so pathetic that they
Yeah.
put that in the news. Why do they put that stuff in the news?
and then I won the court case. It was like it was profiling like my friend specifically, you know, and then also like because they tested like half the things didn't have any resin on it, so it just looked stupid. And it got dropped and they were like, you have to prove to us that this thing happened with the newspaper, and I'm just bad at getting around to things, so there's still it out there.
Oh, so they didn't like redact
Yeah,
it.
you can research it right now and you'll find it.
Man, it's a big pet peeve of mine that those types of things get put into news and newspaper
Yeah.
and like tarnish people for something so petty.
Oh, it's so stupid.
It's so stupid. It's like, what if employers at like certain companies like look that up?
That's what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they do background checks for. Yeah, I mean, I've never been kicked out. I've been arrested for stupid like trespassing twice. Trespassing, and then one arrest that was a misunderstanding. They thought my license was suspended, but it wasn't, and they arrest me. And I had to go to like fingerprint, put in jail. Because if you drive on a suspended license, you get arrested.
Yeah, I bet.
And they threw the book at me, but then like it got dropped completely. And the
Were you
judge
in jail?
apologized. Yeah, they put me in jail.
You have any fun stories?
I've been in jail twice.
Any fun stories?
I mean, the first time I was in jail was with a bunch of friends. We were just chilling in a forest preserve. Had a bonfire out by where I used to live. And we were singing a bunch of songs. It was a traditional hangout spot for over there. Like, there's beer cans everywhere. One of those types of spots in the forest. We were just dancing around the fire pit singing, like, Beatles songs and stuff. I was 18.
Oh, gross.
I don't know, it was a long time ago. They were all 17.
I could see that.
And
But
I was-
Rolling Stones, isn't it?
What? What was wrong?
Better band.
I mean, I like the Beatles.
Whatever. Well, so keep going. So you're going around, you're singing about Rolling Stones.
So I'm singing the Beatles, singing Yellow Submarine,
Okay.
screaming it, and then the police show up. And everyone was drinking but me. I didn't drink at all. But they didn't believe me because I looked pretty... I looked like I was hammered, but I wasn't. I had a
just having fun.
huge hair, fro thing going on, big beard, leather jacket, colorful clothes.
Yeah.
Me being me, but 18-year-old me. And I was wearing Air Force Ones I bought out of a car's trunk in a parking lot, you know, that type of lifestyle. And they handcuffed me and threw me in the police car. And then when I was getting out, I couldn't get out because I didn't have hands available, so I fell out of the car. And they're like, "That's what you get for being drunk." And I'm like, "I didn't even drink." And they wouldn't believe me. And they put me in a cell with my friends, and I kept telling them, like, I'm not drunk. And they made me take the breathalyzer. I was like, okay. And I passed it, and they got mad because I proved
they don't
them.
like when you pass.
They don't like when you make them look stupid. So they put me in a different room, and they made me wait in this room with the police officer who was taking out every single one of my friends while their parents picked them up. So because I proved them wrong, they made me sit there while all my friends' parents, who know me, at 3 a.m, come pick up their kids because they were all 17, so they had to get picked up, and they were drinking.
Okay.
I'm 18. I don't have to call my parents, and I had no alcohol, so I don't have to call anybody. But they made me wait until the end. Instead of letting me go and
Where everyone can see you.
where everyone could see me and just making me wait because they're mad. So instead of letting me go and just be like, okay, we're going to give you a citation for trespassing, which I deserve that. I'm not denying that. I just denied the alcohol thing. They wouldn't let me go. So they made me sit there handcuffed to a chair in this like lobby space while all my friends' parents came and picked up their kids and like had to look at me, and I had to wait to the very end. So it took like 2 hours.
Isn't that illegal though? Because they found out that you weren't drunk.
Yeah, but I'm 18 years old and poor. Like I don't know the law. Now I would be like, you're gonna let me go now?
Yeah.
Or I'm calling a lawyer and you guys are gonna be in trouble for like, you can't be doing this. Like, give me my ticket for trespassing and get me out of here. But I'm 18, I'm scared and like nervous, and I don't know anything. I don't have money for a lawyer or anything. So they just let me go last, and I had to walk all the way back to my car, like 4 miles back to my car where there was a parking ticket because we weren't supposed to be parked there.
At least you burned some cows.
Yeah, and then I drove back, and when we went to court, the judge, she sucked. This is the only time I ever, when you go to vote and you just kind of like know like the top like 3 candidates, like that's it. And there's like lists of like judges and this person, that, and you have no idea. I remember this judge's name because when I went to go vote, I saw her name and I just voted for anyone who wasn't her.
That?
It's like, screw her. We're sitting there in the courtroom, and she's like calling our names. She gives all my friends 30 hours, and they were drinking and trespassing. She gets to me and she's like, 20 hours, because it's less because I wasn't drinking. I was like, all right, whatever. And then she's like, wait a minute, you're 18? I'm like, yeah. She's like, 40 hours. And I was like,
what?
I didn't say anything because I know one thing: you don't say anything to a judge, otherwise. And then this guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but geez, this guy was brutal. He was one of those people where you're like, I cannot wait to not be around, like hang out with them anymore. Like a friend you want to break up with, like as fast as possible. Yeah, and he was sitting there. He was put into a different cell that night. He was 19, and he wouldn't tell them he was drunk, and he wouldn't give them his parents' name, so they made him wait all night. Anyway, she's like 19 trespassing, so she tells him 40 hours right away, and he's just like, what? And she's like, 50 hours, and he's like, are you serious? And she's like, 60 hours. And she's every time he said something, she would just add 10.
That's terrible.
And I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, stop. She's just going to keep going. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. You're a 19-year-old boy against a judge. Like, you can't win.
There's no winning.
No winning. And so we all do community service. I did it at a bunch of different spots, animal welfare leagues, share of souls, where we'd ship shoes and stuff.
Sounds fun.
It was okay. It was Saturday mornings at 8 a.m.
And it's a lot of hours.
Yeah, and I had the whole summer. And then I had to write 1,000 words on why I shouldn't trespass. And that was impossible because I love trespassing. I could trespass so much. But the best part is kids, for those who don't know, when you are a full-fledged adult who's groomed, well-kept, has a job and a career, and well-dressed, and has a car that's clean and stuff, you cannot get in trouble for trespassing.
You can do all you want.
It's so hard. You'd have to be like storming the Capitol. That's the only time you're going to get in trouble. And those guys were not well kept. Because now, oh my God, I've trespassed so much. And if people catch you, like, oh, I just didn't know, sir. And they're like, oh, sir, can you please leave? You're like, okay. But when you're an 18-year-old kid who's a degenerate and you look like a dork.
Look loud.
You look loud and my hair is a mess. Now I'm like, excuse me? Don't talk to me that way, young man. I'm older than the security guards now. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten caught
You're
trespassing.
still trespassing?
Yeah, I'm probably going to trespass soon.
Hit me up.
Also, the more you do it with confidence, the more they like don't know what to do with you.
I like that.
They're just like, oh, I got caught trespassing in New York City.
Okay.
On a
Where?
rooftop.
That's fun.
It was great. We were filming. I was doing sessions on a rooftop, and we
Okay.
just did
You
it.
weren't supposed
we
to be
didn't
on
ask anybody. We just did it. And the guy came up, the landlord, and was just like, looked at us, and I was like, have a nice camera. I'm well dressed. The band's like really nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you guys can't be here. And we're like, oh, we didn't know. And he's like, you got to get out. And we're like, okay, can we finish this take? He's like, okay, and then leave right afterwards. Like, okay. And we just did that.
That's amazing.
And we just left, and it was nothing. But if I was 18, I would have ended up in a New York or Brooklyn jail. You know?
100%. You don't want to do that.
So that was the first time. The second time I got arrested, we were in that cell originally before they moved me. We were in there for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Second time I got arrested was a misunderstanding. I like to speed. I got 2 speeding tickets within a year, but one I went to safety traffic school, so that gets off your record.
Mm-hmm.
Always go to safety traffic school. Always.
It's only like you have to go once or twice. Not a big deal.
You go for 4 hours. Yeah. It's lame as can be, but it's easy, and you do not want tickets on your record.
And you might meet a friend.
You won't meet a friend.
I met a friend.
But you want that stuff off your record. It's not good. So I've gone to safety traffic school a lot. So I get this ticket, and I'm like, I didn't have money at the time to pay for the extra $50 to go to safety traffic school, so I just paid the normal ticket. Mm-hmm. And it goes away after like 2 years in your record or whatever. I was like, whatever. And that's back when $50 was like the most money ever.
Yeah.
I was like 18. So I pay the initial ticket that I got. 6 months later, I get another ticket. I don't have the money to pay for safety traffic school, so I don't pay for that one. But it turns out that the first one that I paid the safety traffic school ticket for, they wrote the police officer messed up on the ticket, which automatically voids it legally. They put, right. They're supposed to put 8548. That was my address. They put 8458. So it never went to my house. So I never received any information. So now in the system, I have 2 speeding tickets. My record automatically gives you your license suspended for 3 months.
Yeah.
I get a letter in the mail saying my license is suspended for 3 months. I'm like, what the heck? So I go to the court and I show them the ticket. I didn't even have a lawyer. I showed her the ticket and I showed her that, and she's like, oh, yeah, we're going to have to void that. All right. And she like the judge stamped it, got her approval. She's like, it'll take like a couple days and then it'll fix itself in the system. That night, I had the stamp from her. I kept it in my glove compartment just in case. But that night I'm driving. My mom is making banana cake. So she asked me to go pick up some milk at the store to finish the cake, the chocolate frosting, and the banana bread. So I go drive, and I'm driving. My license plate sticker is expired by 1 day. I was going the next day to get a new one. Yeah. By 1 day. So I get pulled over by a cop in Hickory Hills. Same police officers I worked with for the fest. And,
really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is 10 years before, or many years before. Actually, 3 years. Whatever. It doesn't matter. They pull me over, and they're like, oh, your license plate sticker's expired. And I was like, okay. And then they come back, and they're like knocking on the glass with handcuffs. And like, yeah, we're going to have to arrest you. Your license is suspended. And I was like, no. I got it taken care of. I just got from the courthouse today. I showed him the piece of paper. And like, he looked at it. He's like, listen, this is real. I believe you. This is like a sealed stamp from like the judge. I get it. but in the system it says that it's suspended, and if I don't do what that system says, like I can get in trouble. I have to arrest you. So he felt pretty bad. So he had to like slap the cuffs on. Luckily I was with friends and they got to drive my car home. Otherwise I had to impound my car. I'm like a mile from my house. I'm right there.
And your mom doesn't get the milk for the bread.
Well, they brought the milk back to her.
Good eggs.
Good eggs. So they brought the milk back to her, and I told them I'll call them when I'm ready. I'll get my one phone call. So they put me in the clink, sitting in the slammer.
You meet anyone fun?
I go in there. They have to fingerprint me. So I have my fingerprints on record now, even though I didn't do anything wrong. They had to put my hair in a ponytail because it was a huge fro, and do the profile pictures where I hold the thing. It was great. And then I just sat in a cell by myself, handcuffed to like...
By yourself?
By myself. Nobody around.
The most fun thing about being in jail is meeting friends.
For like 3 hours. And then they let me go. My friends picked me up, and it got erased and taken care of. It was all good. I have a buddy, my friend Larry.
You're a fugitive.
No, they let me go.
No. I know you are.
That was a mistake. So my 2 arrests were lame. And then I got in trouble another time with friends. They were hidden mailboxes. I was with them in the car. And so we got arrested, but we were 15, and then they copped to it because I really wasn't doing it. I was in the middle seat, and I kept saying like, we probably shouldn't be doing this, and they were doing it anyway. And they let me go. The cops let me go. My mom had to pick me up, and she grounded me. My grounding was going to get lobster with her, or endless crab legs in Coal City with her and my dad on a Friday night.
You have good parents.
Yeah.
I like both your parents so much.
Well, I told them what happened. They believed me.
So like, you're grounded. We're going to treat you to a nice dinner.
Yeah. And they were like, just don't be around those people. And I was like, all right.
That's crazy.
Well, I was with people she knew, and then the people she didn't know. And eventually they came to my house. Their moms made them come apologize to me, my mom. So then she was like, okay, I believe you didn't do it. It's like, yeah, they were just hitting mailboxes.
You're such a good egg.
I was just there. I was in a car once we chased the police.
What?
That was cool. Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it from this one, I swear to God.
Again, me not doing anything. I'm always like...
Yeah, right.
There's
a common theme here. You didn't do anything. I got here today.
But that's the best.
You confess to lying all the time.
That's the best part about those days is I would be around people who were like very sketchy. I just wouldn't do the thing, but I got to be adjacent to it, so I got to experience the chaos of it without the doing illegal things. It was kind of nice, like a good balance. I got inside scoop.
I like that.
So I'm in a car, and they're filling it up with. They have super soakers filling up with Sunkiss.
Super kick.
And they're going around squirting people on the streets with Sunkiss in a super soaker.
Yeah, which sounds like a blast.
It's harmless, but it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's annoying if you're just a pedestrian, you get soaked with Sunkiss.
It's fun when you're young and you do stupid stuff.
Right. And we got pulled over. Oh my God, that story is amazing. I have some stories. I never talk about these stories.
See, this is fun.
They're fun stories though. We got pulled over once that night, and ran away from the cops once that night.
And then you got pulled over again?
So we got pulled over. So we're driving down the street. A cop is going past us, notices it's our car, probably fit the description because we're idiots and we're going around the same spots. And I kept saying, guys, if you're going to do this, I'm sitting in the back being the ideal criminal mastermind. Like, guys, if we're going to do this, we have to go to different cities every time we hit person.
I'm going to pick you up next time I'm getting in trouble.
And they just stayed in the same city. I was like, we need to go to different cities because the police are going to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
But not the other cities. Come on now. Watch Law and Order, guys. Come on. So we stay in the same city. Police car probably sees that we fit the description. Boop. Turns the lights on. My cousin books it. I mean, we're on a side street going like 120.
This is for Sunkiss guns.
Yeah. He books it. The cop's chasing us, and he goes so fast into so many turns that we lose the cop.
Wow.
We just lose him. We couldn't catch us.
That's insane.
We lost him, and we just dipped and got out of there. We got lucky, but he went dangerously fast.
And like they know the car.
Yeah, we just got out of there. And then later that night in a different city, this is the best part of the story. We get pulled over, and we're like, oh no. So they hid the gun under the thing.
The gun.
And my friend, well, it's not a gun, it's a super soaker. I should specify. It's not a gun.
The gun. It just got so much more intense.
It's a super soaker.
Like we ran away from the police. We hid the gun under the car.
It's a super soaker. So I think I'm 18 years old. And I'm with my friend Charlie, and he's 15. Another friend who's 16, my cousin's like 19, other kid's 19. We're all pretty young. And the cops pull us over and like, get out of the car. We get out of the car, have us all put our hands on the car. They're frisking us, searching us. They find the super soaker. They find everything. They pulled us over for somebody else's crime. They were looking for somebody else.
No.
So they had no idea that they were just like, oh, super soaker, whatever. They didn't know we were squirting people. They didn't know
And then you ran away from police.
No. So let me finish. They didn't know we were doing a different thing. They didn't know we just got out of a police chase. They don't know anything.
Crazy.
They slam these big shoes on the hood and they're like, are these any of your shoes? Everyone try these on. And I'm with my friend Brian, and my friend's like, he leans into my ear and he's like, those are, I'm not gonna say the person's name. He's like, those are Biggie's shoes. That's the kid's name. It's a nickname.
Alias.
He recognized the shoes. It was his friend's shoes. Apparently, his friend, a different person from our
who
group,
wasn't in the car.
not in the car, is going around hitting mailboxes. They think it's
What's with the mailboxes?
That's what people did out there. The
Hickory
police.
Hills.
The police think it's us. This was in Bridget, right next to Hickory Hills. They think it's us.
Uh-huh.
So they think those are our shoes. It just so happens that he recognizes the shoes. It's his friend's. Like, imagine saying somehow know it's your friend's shoes.
Yeah.
Put it on the hood, and you're like, that's so-and-so's shoes. But so we don't say anything. They let us go, and they're mad that Charlie's underage. We're like, dude, we were watching a movie. So while we got pulled, I should have been like a criminal.
I know.
I got pulled over. I'm like,
it's not too
and I
late.
instantly go, guys, this is the story. We were instantly. I came. I was like, we're sleeping at my house. Charlie, you're underage, so they're gonna be pissed. We're at my house. You stayed the night. You're a childhood friend. We were watching The Matrix. It's a long movie. We fell asleep. We realized we woke up and we got to get you home. So we're driving you straight back home. On the way home, we had to drop off this person who lives in Bridgeview. That's why it would make sense because why are we in Bridgeview when you live over there?
Yeah.
They're going to ask that because they look at our addresses on our IDs. We had to drop off someone over there. We took a different way because the road's closed. That's why we're not facing the right orientation going towards Bridgeview. They asked all the questions. We had all the answers.
That's crazy.
And they're like, all right. And they just let us go. I'm like, get home now. Get him home now.
The
No
more
more.
you talk about things like this, the more I know you weren't just the one in the middle seat. Like,
wasn't
that's
the middle
100%. No. You're the worst one.
Listen,
You're the mastermind.
the thing is, I've watched so many movies and so many TV shows like that. It's like, just learn from them. Like,
and you have a good memory. You're a good
Good
learner.
memory.
You're a good learner.
Good learner. So I was good then too. And I was like, this is what we got to tell them. Like, we got to have a story. Because they're going to take us separately and ask us. And they did that.
You should write a rock opera. This is crazy.
I've dealt
Crazy.
I've dealt with the police enough to know how to handle that. But I mean, I haven't had to deal with that kind of stuff in ages. I mean, all of that
Yeah, 'cause
stuff.
you've become such a good mastermind. It's no clue as to why you haven't been arrested.
I mean,
since
when I
then.
was doing the fest, I had to just go into the police department and talk to them like professional to professionals.
Yeah, it's just what they do in movies like that. When they're up to no good, they become friends with them. You ever known Italians? I piss again, and I'll come down and maybe tell you a story about my arrest.
Yeah.
Which is way less fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
Go.
yeah, I did way less bad things.
Let's do it.
I wish I could have pissed more during this pod.
All right, so I got to tell you another story while Trash goes to pee again. I mean, you better not. It makes sense why he's peeing so much because he drank 2 24-ounce monsters and so far like a quarter of a gallon. So what's that? 32 ounces, right, of a gallon? Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. Oh my God. 24, 48, 32. What's that? 80 ounces of liquid he drank in like less than 2 hours. All right. So yeah, those are some fun stories. I don't really talk about a lot because I don't know, but they're really funny and kind of ridiculous. The old police stories from back in the day. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about while he's gone. He's a wild character. He's definitely a person you call a character. Never know if he's lying or not. It's hard to say. I have a couple friends like that. And it's a fun time, but then when things are serious, you never know. And it is the I brought it up earlier, but like Boy Who Cried Wolf. Like, when do you believe them? When something is real and serious? How do you know? So it's tricky. But I think that I don't even think. I know that his mind and heart is in the right place. And he's just having a good time. And it's fun. You guys let me know. Everyone who hears this, leave a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment on YouTube if you want to about your thoughts of whether or not it's good to be a person who is always like joking and being sarcastic, fibbing, kind of lying a little bit, white lies, always just kind of living in this gray area. And then those who are kind of do that for fun, but they're more honest and transparent. I try to be a little bit more honest and transparent, but, white lies have to happen. Lying is hard. I definitely try not to lie too much. But sometimes it's the only way to get through something. I don't know. I'm going to cover this up for him, this cap. Trash, get down here. I'm running out of monologue. I'm running out of a monologue speech. I need you. Get your butt down here, boy. Here he comes. He's back.
I love that bathroom.
So I calculated you did like 80 ounces of liquid so far. In like,
You want some of the Monster?
what's up?
You want some of it?
No.
I'm gonna be awake for the rest of my life.
I don't. I
It's so
have.
cold.
I'll drink a Red Bull, like on Christmas or something, like on a day.
You
where,
had 7 at DZ in one
well,
day.
let me get there. Like big events or like something like that. I'll have one if I, But normally no. My only caffeine is a coffee in the morning.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had too much.
You had too much. Why did you have so much?
And it affected my performance on this podcast.
Why?
And I've changed my mind about performance-enhancing drugs. I think that they should take steroids out of sports.
Oh, now you do. When they're not in sports.
Shit. Well, they're about to be.
They're not in sports, but people find ways to do it.
It's so cold. I wash my hands with a nice soap.
It's cold down here, right?
It's just a little chilly. I think it should be because when you're playing music and stuff, you get warm.
I like it, but it's because the heater's been on for 2 hours. It happens,
Such a nice friend. Turn the heater off for me right before I get here.
Why turn it for that? So it's quiet because it's loud into the mics. It makes an
Gaslit me. Didn't bring headphones. The table's loud.
I have headphones. Gaslit me. All right, tell us about your arrest.
It's not as exciting as yours.
Let's go. Wait, is it the weed one?
Nope.
Oh, you have a different one.
Oh my God, this is a fun one. Ready?
Yeah.
So I woke up in someone else's car that I didn't know.
Like the hangover.
Yeah, like basically like that, right? And I wake up in someone else's car, and it's a nice car. And I think that's why, because my car is not nice.
Yeah.
So I woke up in someone else's. And I'm like fumbling around, and I'm like using my phone, like trying to find out what happened. And I accidentally left my phone in the car. So I leave the car and I walk next door to where my car is. And then like I realize like, shit, I left my phone in that car. Well, I guess before I walked out, I might have been drunk. Like, who knows, right? And at the time, I'm working construction. So I leave my phone in the car, and I walk up to the door of the house. And, like, at the time, like, where I work in construction, I had to, like, go to people's houses and tell them, like, we're shutting the water off. So, like, fill up buckets of water. You're not going to be able to use your water for, like, the next few hours.
Yeah.
So I give them the spiel as if I'm working, but I might have just been drunk. We don't know. And and I went up to their garage door, not even their front door, right? So they're like, who the hell is this? And it's Mother's Day. So I interrupted these two people on Mother's Day talking about their water getting shut off after sleeping in their car. And I walked to my car, and like I'm about to, just wait it out and then drive home. And I realized I forgot my phone in the car. So I go back to the car to get my phone. And I'm walking up to the car to get my phone, and I'm like right there, about to open the car, and all of a sudden, like, it beeps, like someone locked the car, like with like a remote, And this guy opens his truck door and gets out, and he's like, "I knew you'd come back." Like, he's like, "Why are you breaking and entering into my car?" And I was like, "I'm not. I just slept in it. Like, and I didn't steal anything. You can check me." And I was like, "Listen, like last night was just a little wild. I might have been drunk. Like, who really knows, you know? I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
I don't know why." So I'm just like, listen, like, it's just a weird thing that happened. It never happened to me before. Just really need to get my phone out of your car. I'm really sorry about this. And then I'm just going to get on my way, and, like, you'll never see me again. And he goes, "Listen, man, like, honestly, like, I've gotten into some wild shit in my life. And on any normal day, I would probably let you just get this phone and go. But today's Mother's Day, so I'm going to let my wife make the decision." So wife comes out in, like, pajamas, super mad that I'm interrupting, like, the first probably bit of their Mother's Day, And she's like, "Get on the ground now. Sit on your hands." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's like one of those situations. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay.
This just turned into a situation.
She said that to you?
Yeah, and they still have my phone.
In your car.
In their car.
So they kind of
I wish it was my car. None of this would have happened.
So they kind of have you.
They have me, I can't do much.
Wait, how did you get in there?
The car?
Yeah.
I guess they left it unlocked. Supposedly, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I broke I entered, but I don't think I broke anything. And I certainly didn't steal.
That's just called trespassing, right?
I'm just doing what you do.
What do
I'm
I
inspired by my heroes. The trespassing.
do? No, that's different.
I'm trying to follow in your footsteps. I was just trying to follow in your footsteps.
I did not go into anybody's private property. I went into public property. That was just private.
I didn't really know I had
Yeah.
until about the time I sat down on my hands on the concrete. So I sit down, and she starts calling the police and telling them that there's some psycho who's trying to break in their car, who just slept in their car. Like, I don't know. I'm not psycho. I just was taking a nap in a car. It's not that big of a deal. I was just trying to get my phone out of out of a car. If you break it down like that, it's not that big of a deal. Like, people leave their phones in cars all the time. Like, you know what I mean? People take naps
Is this
all
what you
the
told
time.
the judge? All right, what happens?
Okay, so I sit on the ground and I realize there's a one-hitter in my pocket.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
I don't want to get arrested for anything else. I guess, you know, like, this is already a situation. So
Anything else?
So the dude realizes the dude feels for me for some reason. He's just like, fuck, dude, this kid must have just been drunk. He's stupid, like, whatever. And he comes out to me, he's like, can I get you a water or something? Because, like, he's supposed to be watching me. She tells him to, like, sit there and watch
the
him.
hospitality.
He's a good egg. I was a questionable
egg.
egg.
Use the restroom or anything? Yeah. Would you like a breakfast
If you come into my
sandwich?
house,
I'm getting McDonald's. Would you like
we have an extra
bacon and
toothbrush.
eggs?
You want to come inside and brush your teeth?
You look like you haven't flossed in a while. Would you like some floss?
I'll floss your teeth for you. He was a good guy. So I'm like, I didn't want a water, but the only thing in my head is, like, he's watching me, and if he goes and gets me a water, I can throw my one-hitter in his yard. So yeah, I guess, like,
Smart. Did you do that?
smart. Yeah, I did it.
How far did you just whipped it?
Just whipped it.
Smart.
You know, probably like 10 feet, nothing much, but, like, they're not going to see it. So I did that. Then the police get there, and they just don't believe me that I just slept in their car. They're like, you stole something, you broke into the car. Car was probably open. I don't remember how I got in, but it doesn't look like like tamperment or whatever. I didn't tamper with anyone's vehicle. It's just a comfy car. So like, they arrest me. They're yelling at me the whole time to the police station. We get there. They put me in a cell with a ton of people. And it's a blast, right? Like, I walk in, and they're like, who's this guy? Like, he looks like a fucking, like, punk, like, hippie, like, you know, just like, I don't look like the other people in there, like, with a bunch of tattoos. At the time, I wasn't have a bunch of tattoos, and, like, you know, I just had, like, a funny haircut, and I always dyed my hair at the time. So, like, yeah, I kind of stood out. And they're like, what's your name? And I'm like, Trash. And he's like,
told them trash.
my name.
It's not your name.
What are we talking about
They're
here,
talking about your birth
Dan?
name. They're talking about what's on your driver's license.
No, like, I'm in the jail cell.
Oh, I thought you meant the police.
Oh, they knew my name.
So you tell the other people in the cell, Trash.
Yeah, like, my name's Trash. Like, what are you in here for, Trash? And I was like, well, I drank like 6 to 8 to 10 King Cobras, like the 40 ounces, and I ended up waking up in someone else's car. And he's like, wait, King Cobra? And I go, yeah, King Cobra. And he goes, that's my favorite beer. And he lifts up his shirt, and he's got a tattoo. It's not an accurate tattoo of what a King Cobra looks like, but it's just a bottle, and it says King Cobra on it, on his chest, just in a random spot. And he goes, Trash, guess what? This kid right here, he's Rockstar Alex. We thought he was cool. He's now Alex. You're Rockstar Trash. So I just became, like, the cool guy in the jail cell.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, 6 to 10 King Cobras, that's wild, man. Like, I don't even know if I could do that. So we became friends real quick. And then we just ate there. We ate greasy old hot dogs. They don't even cook them.
No.
And I just kind of sat there and
how
had to
long?
wait. Yeah, I just had fun.
How long?
I would say like 2-3 hours. And then my dad came pick me up because it was Mother's Day, so he didn't want to tell my mom. So it was very low key. I just walked in the house like I slept over somewhere. Nothing happened.
Oh, and what were the repercussions? So what it turned into, like in law and court?
They got a restraining order against me.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it was a bunch of, what's it called? Community service like you did?
Yeah.
But I don't think I did it. I don't honestly remember what happened.
How did you get out? What do you mean you didn't do it?
That was another life.
You really don't remember?
I mean, I don't remember a lot of things.
You don't remember if you had like what?
I don't remember what the repercussions were really.
But there was no like real charges.
I probably got kicked out of the house that time too. And yeah, it was just I don't think they pressed charges, but there was a definite restraining order.
Restraining order and probably some like a little mark on the record, like don't do
There's
this.
probably like a little mark, but I don't really know. I think it's.
But no, like.
Can you get a mark on your record for sleeping in a comfy car?
I mean, if you weren't charged with anything, maybe not.
Yeah.
Restraining order. If you get a restraining order for something that's like legitimate, like that's a gray area type of one. It's like whatever. But if you get one for like being like stalker or like domestic violence or something,
Yeah.
that's like, how do you sleep at night?
No,
Like
I don't
imagine
know.
knowing someone's so terrified of you that they have to go to the police and be like, he legally can't be within 500 feet of me.
That would be terrible.
Wouldn't it? It's like awkward.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be terrible if I slept in the car multiple times?
You did it multiple times?
No, wouldn't it be terrible if I
Oh.
did?
That would be. It'd be funny, actually. You're
So cold.
cold?
Just a little bit.
Still cold? I'm
Well,
warm.
I'm getting warmed up. I want to have a sip of this. It's going to warm me right up.
Yeah, those are my only police stories. I mean, there's a couple other ones, but nothing, me like more or less dodging them, but nothing ever dealing with them.
Yeah.
And it all happened between the ages of 16
cops are
and
bad.
16 and 18. It was all like a really quick, and that's when I was like, I should probably be more careful with this, and because it's like I got a little peep into it. It's like I don't want to deal with that. And it was
Not fun.
so petty. It was trespassing and this and that stupid stuff. Like
Me too. Yes, petty.
yeah, well, you were in a car that wasn't yours. You don't know how you got there.
I think that me and that guy would have been friends. Like, you know what I mean? If it wasn't Mother's Day.
I feel like so many guys would let other guys slide, but it's always the wife that comes in. She's like,
Well, and I get it, dude.
I
I
get it,
interrupted
too.
her Mother's Day.
well, she's like, I get it. I respect it. Women need to be more cautious. Like you're way more of a threat to them than
yeah, I mean, here I am sleeping in her car,
Yeah.
breaking into her garage.
Right, it's creepy.
It's fucked up.
You're a creep.
I'm the worst.
You're a pedophile.
I'm a terrible person.
You're registered.
I fucked that car.
That gas, you open up that little gas hole there.
I just took a nap. Let it up. Come to Ben's house. He's gonna say you're not country, that you're a pedophile. It's fun.
coming from today?
So, like where I lived.
You drove all the way down from there to here?
Yeah, twice in 1 week, mate.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, and I'll do it again and bring you some bagels whenever and take a piss in that
We gotta
bathroom.
plan that podcast, but like on a Friday night, so
Yeah.
we can have fun.
And we'll bring we'll do like a lineup. So we have like all the different flavors, you know? So it
I
wouldn't just
won't
be
eat
like-
the whole day, so I'll eat like a ton of bagels. I'll eat
Yeah,
a ton.
it'll be so much fun.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get some beers, have fun.
Mezcal, you like mezcal?
I do like mezcal.
I
Yeah.
love mezcal.
We could slide the table to like here. move
Really?
The camera back, and then we get another chair so we can get the whole crew.
Yeah, it'd be
We
fun.
do what? 4 of us? 5 of us?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, how many are part of the bagel situation?
Bagels is mostly like me and Brandon, the drummer. And then if we're talking about like the sandwiches,
Yeah.
it's Raw, our bass player, and
Yeah.
our friend Emerald, who's one of the managers at Poly G's.
Okay. Well, I want to do the whole thing, the sandwich.
Yeah, we could do that. What we could do is we'll make some bagels and then we'll make like a special sandwich. Whenever we make a new sandwich, we do it on a brand new bagel like flavor. We like build a bagel flavor for it. And then we work like for a week and a half or 2 weeks on the build of like the sandwich or the burger or whatever it is.
I just thought of an idea that would
What
make
is
my
it?
dream come true.
What is it?
Can that sandwich that you make, that's that custom one,
I did the light thing. What?
can it be named after me?
Yeah, we could do that.
Can we just be called the DZ sandwich?
We could do that.
Yeah.
And we normally
What
don't
would-
bring
what would
sandwiches
be on
back,
it?
but maybe if we did like an event ever, we'd bring it back.
You got to bring it back. What would be on it?
We'd have to start a group chat with you. Because it would be so out
Would
of
it-
character
what
for me
would-
just to...
What would be on it? Could it be the things that like I love and crave?
Yeah, you could tell us a bunch of things you love and crave, and then we can build around it, and then you can say, no, I hate that, or I love this. And we'll make it very special.
All right, a meat patty.
Okay?
What kind of meat do you guys use? Just ground beef?
It depends. Yeah, I mean, we've done a bunch of different sandwiches with a bunch of different situations. We'd like a hot Cheeto burger where there's hot Cheetos in the meat. We've done like our classic, like we do like a beef chorizo blend for like our smash burgers that we do. And then we've done, like a classic beef patty with like good measure when we've done collabs before.
Beef?
We've done smoked chicken sandwiches.
Beef, avocado,
Okay.
bacon,
Okay.
giardiniera,
Okay. I like this.
pepperoni,
I like this. Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Okay.
Mozzarella.
Okay. All the things you like. We're just gonna put on a
An
sandwich.
egg.
We're gonna have to talk with Emerald and Raw and make something that might make sense. Because some of these things we can sneak into the bagel
Shrimp.
itself.
Bloody Mary.
We're getting out of hand here.
It's gonna sit in
It'll be a dipping.
You know when you go to a crazy restaurant with the Bloody Mary and it has like an alligator coming out of
Yeah.
it? Like it's gonna be that. Just
I like that.
in there. I love those about Bloody Marys.
I'm thinking right now that we could put mozzarella and giardiniera into the bagel. Something on top of it, like,
Yeah. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. Do you ever go to there was this really good burger place, but it's not around anymore, called Lockdown
I never
on
heard
Western
of it.
and Augusta. It was a metal bar across the
Okay.
street from Empty Bottle. And they were around for a while. I think they shut down 5 years ago. 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Great spot.
Pre-Cove?
Pre-Cove. Yeah, it was like 2018 they closed down.
Okay.
I don't know why. It was so good, but they had great burgers, great beers. But on Tuesdays, they had half-off burgers. So you can go there and get like a fat, big burger with great fries, homemade aioli, just super good for like $7, $7.50. It was like crazy. But my favorite burger they had was called Border Patrol. And it was, a quarter pound of beef. And then it was braised pork with this like salsa aioli type stuff. Then avocado slices, a chipotle on it. The buns were toasted, and then an egg. And it was like my favorite burger I've ever had in my
That's
life.
what I'm talking
It was
about.
so
A
good.
solid build.
It was just so good. It was the right amount of everything. You don't want too much because it's just
No.
it's a hot mess. You don't want too little. I'm down. I'm excited.
Me too. I love like a nice little new food thing. We're doing, I feel like this is just a commercial for Pauly G's, which it is. They did pay me, and I'm doing your least favorite thing ever, and we're slipping advertisements into your own podcast.
I don't hate them anymore if they can pay me.
Nah, they're not paying me for shit. I just, it is one of my favorite things in the world is Pauly G's,
need to
and they're
go
letting us
there.
do a pizza with them for our upcoming album. So we're gonna have like our own pizza at Pauly G's.
When? Can I go?
Yeah.
When is it?
I don't know I don't know if it's gonna be. I think it's gonna come out before the album because we're gonna go on a tour afterwards. But it's gonna be
When's the
right
album come
around
out?
June 2nd.
Okay.
It'll be right around then, and I'm thinking like May. We have our last single come out, so I'm thinking it's gonna go to like from May to June, and it's gonna be a build with us three talking about like what would be. We don't know if there's gonna be bagel elements, but I think we could do anything with food. So.
Yeah.
What we would think is a really progressive, cool pizza, I think it'll be pretty wild. So
I like it.
yeah, come out and we'll do that.
Dang, maybe we should do the podcast before to promote that.
That would be fun. Yeah, that would be really
That
fun.
makes sense. Maybe so we could do it in like May.
Yeah.
And then we can have it out. to
We'll come
promote
out,
that.
we'll bring food, and we'll be like, if you want good food, we have a pizza coming out.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
and I
like
won't piss the whole time.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm able to talk.
I wish I could have slipped some more in, honestly, but I just like talking to you. I wanted to do some bits. I wanted to fall asleep. I wanted to take too many pisses. I wanted to stay upstairs for 45 minutes.
Your bits have been slowing down as we've gone.
I
You came in
know.
hot, and there's like, you've
You
lost
broke me
steam.
down.
I
That's
broke
why you said we're going to do a 2-hour podcast because you really know you're going to break me down.
I broke you down. I don't even know how long it's been.
That's a pod.
Oh, yeah. It's been over 2 hours. We started,
did it.
like 6:15?
We did it.
It's
Yeah.
8:27.
Yay.
Yeah, let's get you out of here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
You need to get some sleep after you just drank a
I
bunch
think
of
I have some
caffeine.
food or finish this mix, and I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun, though. You cracked me up.
Yeah, it was a fun
You had me
time.
laughing and
It was
giggling.
a fun time.
There was like an hour and a half. It was like an hour and a half there of nonsense.
Which
And
I'm happy about.
Non sequitur, just.
I'm happy about.
I had a feeling it'd be like that. I
Yeah.
was not shocked.
And I only talked about fucking horses 3 times. Now 4.
Dang. Wait, you fuck horses?
I think that's bad.
Is that what you just said?
No. I've talked about it. I think it's wrong to fuck a horse. Like that's not consent.
They're kind of big. They probably don't feel as much as you would feel.
But it's not consensual.
It's just true.
But if you're perked up there
It's true.
and a horse comes up on you and they want to fuck you, what's wrong with that?
And you want it?
What's wrong with that?
I guess nothing.
That sounds like
I guess nothing. I mean, if they want to and you want to,
what's wrong with that? People marry computers.
age is nothing but a number. Species is just nothing
Yeah.
but a category.
I think there might be something wrong with it, but I'm not going to look into it too much right now.
this is dead.
And this is
I
how
was trying to think of a word.
this is how we're going to leave it.
Yeah, we're gonna end on this note.
This is how we're going to end it.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot,
Yeah.
like in our circle and like in the studio. like with our engineers and with our band about like what's real country, what's the most country, right? Like, yeah, fucking a horse, that's country music.
Yeah.
But getting fucked by a horse is real country music. Now, getting fucked by a horse and not dying so that you can get fucked by a horse again is the most country music. And that's what I want to end it on. Like, and you know what? Maybe not fuck a horse, maybe not get fucked by a horse, but go through your life and go, what's country music? Then you go, what's real country music? And then you go, what's the most country music thing I could do today? Like, yeah, you wake up, that's country music. You wake up, make yourself some food, that's some real country music. You wake up, you make your friends some food, you have a good day, you take care of the people around you, that's the most country music. So, I mean, like, live like that, you know? And
And that's how we're ending.
I love it.
You heard
Thanks
it
for
here
having me on.
first. Thank you, Trash, for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
You're a magnificent soul. This planet needs more people like you.
And I'm not leaving. I swear to
you
God,
can't
I'm
die.
moving in.
You're not.
And I'm going to sleep on this
Keep
the
making
couch
your
right
music.
here.
Keep making your bagels. Keep totally doing
You're
everything.
going to see it. I'll be doing it in your kitchen tomorrow morning.
Totally.
Bagels.
Totally.
Oh, Cash. I should plug that in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell people where to find everything you do and why and all that jazz.
Everything's at Totally Cashed. That I don't know that I do.
All right. That's
I don't know where you can find other things.
Like, what are you on?
Do.
Where people can find you?
We have Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on like the streaming services and whatnot like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a TikTok, but we don't do anything with it. We have Facebook, but I don't really know how to do anything with it. And
Twitter?
There's one that we probably haven't posted for 4 years. So if you want to pull up some dirt
I
on
just
us,
went back on after 9 years, so I get it.
I think it's mostly just us talking to pylons on Twitter from back in the day.
And so any place is just totally cashed.
Yeah, just totally
You'll
cashed.
find you.
You'll find us.
Great music, great time.
When does this come out?
This will probably be out either next week or the week after.
All right, we have a single coming out March 24th. The one after that's
this
April
should be
14th.
out. That's a Thursday or a Wednesday?
I think they're all Fridays now.
The 24th is a Friday?
It should be, hopefully. I've been telling people the 24th.
I don't think the 24th is a Friday.
Can we look into that?
Yeah, we can. But it could be. It is a Friday.
Hey,
I was wrong. You were right.
I did it.
This is going to come out the 22nd.
All right, cool.
So, for those listening,
It might already be out.
if you heard this, it's coming out the 24th. Go check it out.
Yeah, it's called How Much Could I Stand?
Hey, I know
It's
that song.
Yeah, you do. It's a song that Ben doesn't think is country, but I think it's the most country shit that's happened probably ever. And yeah, we got a.
It's the most country thing I've ever heard.
It's really
It's
country.
pure country. Pure tone country.
I love
I
it.
feel like I'm back at home in Tennessee.
We're playing Schubas June 2nd. I'm not supposed to tell anyone. Release show, baby. So come out.
I'm coming. That's a Friday.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing June 1st at the Golden Dagger.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll go to
What
you.
band?
You go to me.
Yeah.
Neighbors you know.
Let's do it.
Really cool. With Fugu
I see Vanny.
Dugu, and then Anna Everling. It's going to be good.
That's awesome.
And then Friday night, dang, let's go.
Yeah.
Danny might be in town, so maybe we'll smoke a Dan with Dan.
Brilliant. That would be fun.
All right, deal. This is what we're doing. Friday, June 2nd, we're smoking a Dan with Dan,
Dan.
at Schubas.
And June 1st, we're going to go to the Golden Dagger. I'm putting another hole in the wall.
There we go.
Let's go.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you so much. Have a good night or
Ciao.
day or
Take care.
morning.